Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ozfortress Season 20. We're going to be giving you the upper page playoffs. It's going to be Madmen versus The Source. I'm Sade, and with me tonight is my co-caster, yauch. How are you tonight, yauch?
I am back from the dead, my dude. It is good to be here. I'm excited for the two teams that have been, sort of head and shoulders above the rest this season, so see how they sort of square off each other heading into finals.
Yeah, we brought the ozfortress necromancer to come resurrect yauch from the grave to give us a cast.
It was one hell of a job, dude. It was messy. There were fluids coming out of orifices. It was horrible.
Nasty. And not to forget our wonderful producer, as always, Wiethoofd. But yeah, this is, I don't know. We had I think it was week 1 was actually, or week 2 was the Source, or week 1 or 2 was the Source versus Madmen.
I'm gonna look that up then.
Yeah, yauch actually returning for the pyro update. He's got to get in that jetpack. But
dude, yes, I'm hype. But yes, go on.
Yeah, we had Madmen versus the Source week 1, and it was projected to be a preview of grand finals. We had the Vicious Delicious upset in about mid-season, where they took a map off Madmen pretty convincingly and were playing really well. But things have stabilized. Madmen do take their spot as the second seed in the second place in the playoffs. And I don't know. I think this is also the projected. Very likely, this is going to be a preview of grand finals yet again. We're getting a couple good previews in, because last time we saw, I think Madmen took won a map with the Source, or tied, or something. I can't even remember.
Last time they met, it was, one map apiece, so
yeah,
there you go.
The weird thing, what happened, I remember vaguely that Madmen were really struggling at the start, and the Source were having a pretty easy time with it, and then I think they got a bit complacent, and then Madmen took some rounds, and they ended up pulling it out by a round or two. But, and then the next map was completely the Source side, if I recall, but
they did take Sunshine on Wind Difference by the looks of things, so...
Yeah. But that's the whole thing is... Actually, we've also had some roster changes. The Source has gotten better, and so has Madmen. Madmen has pretty much just turned into no safe word plus madness. So just better no safe word. And they've done a lot of good things this season, a very strengthy team. And I don't know. I think after the upset of them losing to Vicious Delicious in week 4 or 5, they pretty much reformed with three new players, I'd say, with some roster shuffles as well. They got Lock Medic from Doge. They got Madness on Scout after TJ's internet died. All that good stuff. Enrith was picked up on demo. I don't know. No safe word is coming back. I think the joke was 5 players from No Safe Word pretty much retired at the end of last season and came back a couple of weeks later, and now they're just playing for Madmen. So,
and no one ever quits TF2, evidently. And it's cool to see, because this has basically been the season of the Enrith, from what I've gathered anyway. I haven't been super closely following it, but he is just sort of really come into his own this season. If he wasn't already last season, but he's head and shoulders the best demo man in the continent right now, and it's really exciting to see, because he's always been a very solid sort of mid to high prem demo man, and he's just coming out and pounding dudes this season, which is really, really exciting and really bodes well for Madmen, who I think sort of weren't at the peak of their strength at the beginning of the season, as you said. But then I believe Sol was originally on Medic, and now he and Locke have actually switched classes. Is that what's happened?
I'm unsure. So yeah, I believe they've had the roster shuffles, and Locke is back on Medic. At least he was playing in the scrims before, and Sol's back on the Roma class. I don't know, interesting choice, because I don't know, they're both pretty competent players on the classes, but I don't know. I'd say the Lock Medic is a pretty good thing to have on the team. He's a very consistent player, and I don't know. He's a very well-minded player. He's not stupidly out of position, and he's usually good to get out early. The one thing I would say is, I don't know. I think that I don't know how to play against Arnold. I don't know where they stand on each other. It's hard to rate medics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because so much of their play is sort of you only get glimpses of the individual medics' talent, especially when they're surrounded by such high quality players as both of these medics are. It's a shame to sort of it was because at the beginning of the season, I remember everyone was a little bit hyped for the return of Mad Dog Soul, the OG ozfortress medic champion. But yeah, he's sort of switched around on Aroma. He's very competent in both classes. But the Source have had a few roster changes as well. We've sort of been singing Madmen's praises a little bit, but they've the Source have sort of become a home for displaced Jasmine members almost, Grahams.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the whole thing, like, at the start of the season, the Source were predicted to be winning because they had pretty strong players, but when the teams were forming, like, everyone was like, well, these teams, like, they couldn't hold a candle to Jasmine or No Safe Word, and then they basically became Jasmine and No Safe Word. So, I don't know. Back to the actually thing you were saying about Enrith being head and shoulders above everyone else, which I do agree with. I would say that he's undeniably the best man in the country right now. I was talking to Paulson of the old, I think this was last season, maybe early Jasmine reform, and he was talking about how he thinks Enrith is like ridiculously good. Like, he thinks that I think his own words were, he's almost as good as me.
That's high praise indeed.
Yeah, definitely. So, I don't know. Anrith definitely. I'd say Anrith is... now that Geo is playing for the Source, Geo actually coming back to play Pocket, I'd say that I would have probably put Anrith as the best player in the server. Maybe Elmo...
I don't think I could go past Elmo personally, but should we
reckon?
actually, like, before we do this, I've just sort of remembered, should we actually do the rosters rather than beating around
That's
the
a good
bush
point.
anymore? Yeah,
that is a very good point. We got a bit distracted there. I'll go through the Source real quick. The Source have had their roster changes, but they're running with Arnold, who has been the OG medic for the Source. They're running Redcoat, another OG from the original form of the team.
It's Victoria Riot, I believe.
Yeah, he played for Victoria Riot, and he also played for Dog with the Boys. But yeah, now he's back at full force on top Prem. Arnold and Redcoat, I remember their first castle we did, they were the ones that were having the trouble keeping up at this high level of Prem. I'm interested to see if they can bring it back and show us that they are as good as the other players in the server, because I definitely think they have the potential to be. Then the Pocket for the Source, we have Geo. Everyone knows Geo. Geo is one of the best players in Australia, and the scariest Pocket I've ever played against. He's just terrifying. I don't know. What can you say about Geo? He's just good.
His aim is absolutely skits, and I don't know how he hits anything. That's what I'd say about Geo.
Then we have Riot. Riot's another person who hasn't previously had a crack at top Prem, but has shown everybody that he's more than ready for it. He blew my expectations out of the water. Like, every time I watch him, he's just going nuts. I remember he top fragged, top damaged just Roma against Madmen in the beginning of the season. And, I don't know, just the Riot bombs have just been so fantastic, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know, man. So it's a thing of beauty. Then we have the Scouts, which we sadly don't have Sam on the roster as core anymore. I believe it was wrist issues and stuff like that he's had for a while, and I think it complicated things mid-season. So they've switched Rocky off Pocket to Scout. He's playing Pocket Scout. And then we have Elmo on Flank Scout, and Elmo is the best Flank Scout in... I don't know.
I'd say Australian history. I'd say Australian history, frankly, not frankly. Yeah, no, it's an interesting one, and that also frees up a lot of heals on the side of the Source as well, with Rocky sort of moving a little bit away from his pocket that he is known for. Geo being a less heal-intensive pocket and a little bit more loose leash, I think it's safe to say, especially on a team where he's sort of able to fall back onto his scouts a little bit. So that'll be really, really interesting to see. Yeah, as I will do the Madmen roster really, really quickly. We have Madness and... we will do maps afterwards. Thank you for reminding me, Wiet. We've got, on the side of Madmen, we've got Madness and Hertz on the Scouts. Madness of Jasmine fame, of course. Hertz can play any class at top Prem level. I'm genuinely convinced at this point that he's probably the best multi-class player outside of Geo. He's very, very technically skilled player. Sol on the Roma, moving over from his earlier position as medic. Yule on the Pocket, Enruth on the Nemo Man, and Locke on the medic. So yeah, a lot of the familiar names from No Safe Word last season.
For sure. I don't know, like, anyone who's watched Prem before will recognize most of the names in the server. Like I said, like, the only ones you might not be recognizing is like Redcoat and Riot, maybe, because they were. I think they're pretty. Yeah, like you said, they're. Actually, no. Arnold played for. Was Arnold Gossip Girl or
No,
He-
didn't Yuki play
Jasmine-
medic for Gossip Girl?
Yeah, he played for Jasmine, didn't he? On the Summer Cup ages ago, I believe. I don't know if it's incorrect.
I don't know. I thought it was Brute. I could be wrong, because Nami was playing for Jasmine at that time, but I digress. We have to go through maps before we go live here, and before Wiethoofd has an aneurysm. So quickly, first map is going to be the Source's pick, Snakewater, Gullywash being Madman's pick, and a Process decider. Process being the stage of a very infamous scrim between these two teams earlier, Grams, but we'll come back to that a bit later, as we are on our way to the first mid here.
Definitely. Enrith is already forward onto grass. He's actually beaten Redcoat pretty significantly. He's getting forward and just trying to deny anyone forward out of Saw, and he's probably putting his attention forward onto the medic. The slow mid open already really wanting to make the first mistake. Riot is forward in their own kitchen with a soldier on top right trying to deny any height he can. It's Geo. And it looks like no one's looking to get forward. They're starting to get a bit closer on the side for Madman. On the right, yeah, Classic Mind Hertz is just rushing towards Redcoat. He's going to get cleaned up by a Riot. On the side, ready to pounce. Almo's also going to pick up Sol. They've lost a soldier and a scout for a demo man, so they're still going to be playing this because they can walk this over the point with their scouts, and they're trying to get any room, but Enrith is doing a really good job of denying that forward aggression. Right finally comes in straight onto Lock, and he's going to force out the Uber charge. Arnold is looking to stay in because he knows he's comfortable behind these players, and they're going to win this mid without even Ubering.
Yep, really, really cleverly played mid there by the Source. They sort of, although the frag trade-out sort of was very 50-50, they knew that they had that soldier advantage with Sol being down, and were able to coordinate some really, really nice aggression out of Riot and Geo to get that force out and sound the alarms for Madman to back up. Now they have full Uber advantage, and they're rotating through grass here are the Source. No trap's really going to be much of an issue, but Hertz is actually forwarded in the flank, and he is well behind now. He's found the frag onto Riot, and he could be causing a little bit of distraction, but the Source are having absolutely none of it. They're coming straight in under for a very early pop. Soul Sentry is going to do a little bit of distracting. Elmo's going to find the frag on the Yule, and they're going to be able to get onto the point really, really quickly here, and yeah, just cap it out. Really well played there by the Source, not getting distracted by the Hertz flank, and very clinical last.
Definitely. That was really well minded just to walk forward and just take that last point. Under Ubachi, interesting play. They get straight onto the sentry as well, which thankfully isn't backed by an engineer, because that could have been a bit of a wrench in the works, but the Uber does work out really well. They take a very... they take a really early round straight off Madman's plate, and I don't know, same min so far, honestly, pretty identical play, right? All the way back in the kitchen, denying anyone getting 40. Soda does bomb him, and they kind of return rockets. That happens now. Elmo is also denying height by a soldier. They're doing a really good job of denying any room for Madman to aggress. Two players are going to do that. It's going to be Yule and Hertz. Now Elmo's jumping onto Madness. Madness is going to die, and Elmo's just forwarding these players with the help of Riot. He's going to kill Enrith and the medic with the pickaxe. That's fantastic.
Oh, the only thing that was a shame about that is that Riot changed weapons before he's haunted and didn't blow himself up, but that was well played by him to get the cleanup kills with the formerly skill stick. Just really, really good height control there by the Source, totally locking out any aggression that Yule tried to go for early and just sort of shutting them out of this mid completely. Madman going to be defending last. That is Enrith and... the Australian Brutalix, I like that alias coming out of lock. They're going to be holding close again, but they've got the full total defense up here. Hertz is on the sentry guns, Soul on the heavy. So let's see what they're up to do here. I do believe they're going to be going through Shutter, other Source, but they're hesitating a little bit, so yeah.
They've got a bit of room for them to maybe get a counter play up. The Uber's already on 60% with this building quickly, and I don't know, they're taking a really long time. They're Ubering lower, but they're going to get straight into the sentry again. This time goes down straight away like last time, and they're also going to pick up Fuel, who's way too far forward on left. Playing right now to try and counter any play, and this is just going straight to the way of Source. Badman can't keep up.
Yeah, I'm going to be very picky there, and I'm going to criticise Hertz's engineer play. They Ubered the scout and the soldier in lower, except he wasn't able to sort of repair his sentry from the soldier's rockets. If a demo man explodes your sentry in one go, there's nothing you can do about that. But he could have repaired his sentry, and they could have held for a bit longer there. But yeah, like you said, they've just lifted the tempo here of the Source, or started on a higher tempo, I should say. Riot and Soul are going to be doing the Roma special. Really nice rocket there by Riot, and in his enemy kitchen, actually, as Enrith and Hertz are going to go down as well, and just the blob of the Source pushing straight across the point there off that initial Roma frag, and they're going to be, Locke is in serious trouble here. He's actually going to die, and that's extremely costly, that misplay there, trying to sort of be a little bit cute there. I'm not too sure what that was, dodging out into the entirety of the source, and it gets his entire team combo wipes. That is a delayed wipe with the flank coming up now, the early deaths coming up now for Madmen. But it's also going to Uber straight in, yeah.
They're Uber straight in. If they don't take this, something's wrong with this game. But they finally take it. This is a roll currently. What the hell is happening? It's a 3-0 in 5 minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna try and break it down really quickly, and I'm gonna say that the strength of the Madmen definitely lies in their combo. It lies in their Yules and their Enriths, and I think that has just meant that Elmo can have an absolute field day. He's the best scout. Like, you could very much make an argument he's the best scout in Australian history, and he's just having an absolute field day out here. I'd be really surprised if he's actually died at all. Again, sort of defensive posturing from the source this mid, just trying to give Madmen enough rope to hang themselves with. Geo's actually going to get taken down very low. Riot's going to find the frag on the Hertz, and Geo's going to be crossbowed straight back up. That weapon's broken and needs to be fixed.
Yeah,
Soul's bomb totally ineffective, and yeah, this is, again, just a shutout. They can't get any footholds on mid. Soul's bombs are totally ineffective. And Madmen are just in dire straits right now.
Yeah, I was talking to Rocky about his opinions of the Madden players recently, and he said that the only one he rates super highly is Enrith. And I was talking to him about Soul because he roamed against Soul on his just actually might not have time to talk as Enrith has already fought on bats with Medic behind him trying to back him up. They actually pick up JL and Rocky. Captain's going to come out, so Elmo being a lower isn't going to be able to lead to a back up. He could be able to pincer somebody caught. They haven't. Oh my god, this red card almost gets absolutely midi, but he's going to end up picking up Lock. Elmo in the perfect position as always, and he just cleans up Lock from the underside.
He nearly got Enrith as well. Elmo's so gosh darn good. I'm gonna just put that out there. Yeah, I really liked what the thinking there from Enrith to actually just sort of, he needs to sort of grab the game by the scruff of his neck and really try and get some control out. He knows he's the damage kingpin in this server, arguably, and he needs to sort of like really help his team get back into us. It's just a shame that you can't account for the Elmo factor, him running in with the flank and hitting all his shots like that. I don't know. Madness is actually up on the defensive sniper though, and this has got a really good sightline for where they're peeking right now, and he's going to pick up his former Jasmine counterpart Geo there, and that's going to sound out the retreat from the source. And this is the first time that I think we've seen the Madmen not either losing mid or losing last. This is good. This is signs of life.
It's the first time Jazz were even slightly in the back, but they're going to Uber through. They know they have disadvantage, and the soldiers should be caught if they don't beef it. They do end up cleaning up Yule and Hertz, who's a bit forward. They've got this. Medic still survived though, but Right is going in lower. It's going to be backing up to safety. They've kept up the Medic, so they should be able to maneuver here unless they push straight away onto the... Oh my god, well that's exactly what they're doing. Rocky gets so far forward, and White's going to go to the Medic. He doesn't have... He has 98%. Oh my god. And that is a perfect push to just absolutely, like, I don't know, that's so ballsy.
That's really well played, yeah. Just sort of drawing them to the point with the player advantage, stretching the Madmen players thin, and then Riot's just got a free flank to walk in and clean up that medic. Really, really well played. Or at very least get a force, but they were never really sort of looking in much danger there with the source. Really, really heads up play by them, and it's 4-0 all of a sudden. And we're up to mid number 5 now. Again, the same defensive posturing we've been seeing from the source on the mid. Early soul bomb, Soul's going to die as soon as he lands, and he does as well, as does Yule. That just double soldier bomb. Nothing's going right for them right now. Riot is going to squeak out on a very, very small amount of HP, but that's going to sound the backup from Hertz, Enrith, and Locke, and they need to keep getting out here because they haven't actually managed to find a kill on the source that entire mid. Geo's coming in really aggressively, gets a nice bounce rocket, but he's probably going to be taken down for it. Really well pushed and played by Hertz there. I want to see them try and get aggressive here out onto second, and that's exactly what Yule's doing for the Madmen, but he's going to get taken down by a nice pipe by Redcoat. Soul is going to get taken down as well, and Rocky's going to find 2 in lobby. That's absolutely huge as Locke's popped off his Uber, but he's dropped multiple players here. They're going to get chased down under, and I think this is going to be 5-0 Gramps.
This very well could be. This guy is going to get caught in exchange for maybe letting Locke escape with Madness, but the soldiers are spawning now, so they do have a small chance of holding this last. It's only the point, but the cap time is so good. The soldiers are going to clean up Elmo, and the health is really bad, but they're starting to back the players up a little bit. It's 3, Enrith, Medic and Soldier. You're forwarding these players back, and they're gonna barely hold on to last. And Rocky should get cleaned up here.
To let you know how close that was, Redcoat had multiple sticks loaded and was able to get on the point. He was on very low HP, and actually, as Arnold gets taken down by Yule, that's huge, Yule. Those jumping sort of all that time in Tempest coming into play. Well done. I'm just completely cut myself off there, but that could well be Arnold's first death of the game at 4-0 up, but That bodes well for Mad Men. They need to start getting themselves well quickly into this match. Really, really huge play by Yule, honestly. Rocky's up on Sniper.
He's
never seen Rocky snipe.
But he's coming back off it now. Yeah, Rocky's a pretty good sniper. And
I've never seen him snipe, yeah.
He sniped in the No Safe Word Grand Finals as Roma and didn't do anything for like 5 minutes. But they're in lobby. Riot's gonna lose his life going forward, I think. Maybe even Kitchen. I don't know if he went for a bomb there, I missed it. But they're gonna be taking mid. They haven't popped their super or not a huge committal. But they commit Elmo super late and not a really great play, to be honest. So now, this is the second time Jasmine have been on the back foot and have to actually play around Madmen rather than Madmen trying to figure out what the heck to do. But they're gonna come up at Nuber on second, so I reckon we might see them contest. But they seem pretty content to just chill out and last.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. They've got the even Uber situation, and frankly, they have got absolutely no urgency. Not that I'm sort of trying to encourage any NA-style TF2 where we see that massive 20-minute stalemate, as Madness is just going to go sack, and I expect to see him come up on Sniper. Nothing really much there. Elmo up on the counter Sniper with Riot on the defensive NG, but this should be the first bit of real downtime we've had here. And one thing I want to sort of talk about is these soldier bombs coming out of Madmen on the mids. Like, that last one, Arnold didn't take, from a double soldier bomb, the medic didn't take a single point of damage. And that might play into what you were going to be talking about earlier, I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion, though, that Sol, extremely clever gamer, but his mechanics maybe just not being up to par here, and that's being abused.
Definitely. I mean, like I said with Rocky, he was... okay, well, Elmo's gonna get domed by Madness really early, and they might give them a bit of leeway to move on left side. They come in left, and yeah, Yule's just pressuring them back. Nice rockets onto the person on rails. It is Geo, but Yule's gonna go down slow, and Locke's gonna get a really bad Uber. Arnold is gonna pop in return, I think, to counter it, and they do get a better Uber here, but they're not taking it by heel by any chance. They're just kind of exchanging spam, and it looks like it's just gonna relax out a bit.
It was just Geo getting ragdolled the Uber, but he was like invincible the entire time, so him getting bounced around meant nothing at all. But we're just going to see a reset. Elmo up on the back up on Scout now, and he's peeking under quite aggressively. He's actually in lobby. You'll see what he can get done. Actually gets taken down in the 1v1 by Hertz, trying to get the Madness pick. So that could free up, again, a little bit of room for Madness. And the Sentry's going to get taken down very low and peeked out at the shutter door by Yule. Madness peeking this angle really, really deep, but very lucky not to get taken down by Geo there. Sol's going to bomb for the point. It's a very sort of... This stalemate's happening on multiple fronts here. Geo's still getting ragdolled. He cannot hold this top right to save himself. Redcoat's getting taken down very low, and they've had to give up this top right area entirely to the Madmen just off account of the really, really good spam from Yule and Enrith. But they're actually... No! Lock, dude.
Lock.
Brutalix wouldn't have done that, just saying.
Yeah, Smesso wouldn't have dropped that player. But we have just them pushing out into second already, like really bad Uber from Lock to like drop
everyone.
Yeah, everyone got dropped. I have to apologize. Apparently, reflexively seeing Geo, Rocky, Elmo on the same team, I've been calling the source Jasmine on accident. So I'm gonna try and fix that. Actually call the right team name, but they're already losing players. Geo and Rodrigo die really early, and Hertzlin being the returning frag. Arnold goes down to 9 HP, and he's going to be backing out of lobby, and he could easily get killed if someone aggroes him, but it looks like they're going to be backing up. Both scouts and a medic, so they do have a little bit of time to delay, and Redcoat is spawned right now, but Elmo is all the way behind, and I'm not sure if they know that.
I reckon he's going to be jonesing for a duel with Hertz here. Yeah, he's gonna run into 2 scouts. That's unfortunate there.
Hertz. 7 health on Hertz.
Yeah, he did have the slight health advantage there, did Hertz, but Madness up on the spawner is going to bail him out. Yule's going to die in kind. I assume that was just Yule flinging himself and seeing what could happen. Again, this is just kind of funny to see. They're really, really pressuring this top right from the defender's perspective door, the Madmen, and it's making it really uncomfortable for them to hold on the side of the sources. It gave them a lot of room last time, and it probably could have given them a better post Uber had Locke just not sort of mildly shit the bed, but it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Hurt's up on the sniper this time, and he's just as good as the sniper as Madness, so we'll see what he gets done.
Yeah, we've had some pretty famous Hurt sniper moments. Shout out to, was it the Madmen versus No Safe Word
that was
finals?
No Safe Word, where he just went absolutely ham because he was really tilted about the whole final.
Yeah. He's actually lower. I don't know. We've seen, I think it was also against the Source last time they played this, where Hurts just peeked out far right and dropped Arnold like a baby. I'm gonna headshot Rocky, and Rocky's gonna get back without any spam, but I don't know. He definitely has room to make a huge impact play, and he's gonna pick out right, and he could easily make the same play as he did against the Source. Come on, learn from your mistakes. And just like Elmo's. Oh my god, this fully charged body shots, Elmo. That's gonna. Man.
And I'm almost disappointed not to see some bind spam coming out here from Hurts, but like I said, like they're sort of looking good here. Hurts is going to go down to Geo, but peaking a little bit aggressively. But the longer this goes on for, the more it favors the Source, and like it is still 15 minutes to go. It is still only halfway through the map, but that is still a massive 4-round deficit that they're staring down the barrel of. So I think they need to. I don't know. I'd be keen to see some more creative things come up. I want to see the old. Remember the old mix-up style sack grabs? I want to see someone do that. People don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I can see that stuff happen. I don't know. I think the play is going to be wait for Hurts to kill something, then we'll do a meme. I don't know. But Rocky's going to catch forward onto. He could right. Oh my god! They just walked through it. Rocky actually playing really well there with Elmo to pincer those two players, and that should back them out of lobby. They're going all the way back to mid. It looks like they don't even want to bother. But Rocky, not Rocky, Hurts. Oh my god, Rocky's actually going to die at Breaking Button, but that's all the way back in window. A really hard spot to pressure a sniper from.
Elma's just going to manage to squeak out there out of the range of Enrith's sticky bombs, but again, just to reset, Rocky up on the 6-second spawner. I want to see if they get anything done with this slight player advantage, but just sort of meandering around, it doesn't really look like they're going to be able to. Enrith's going to get pressured down very low, and he was totally on an island there. That's a real shame for Enrith to get taken down in that fashion, but that is going to, that in combination with the sniper frag is going to sort of cue the push out from the Source. Arnold forced very early here, and that's a really, really good milk there by Locke. So with the spawners coming in here, the Source are going to have to get out. Rocky's actually in onto Soul, and he's going to find that frag, find Soul napping a little bit, and in comes the bomb to force out Locke. So this full Uber advantage is actually being sort of really, really well mitigated by some really aggressive play. They are going to find Riot, but Madness is down in kind, so it's only a one-player disad, and they're staring at a heavy with an Enrith who needs to defend himself, but they're going to feel it anyway because they know they have that round deficit. They're walking in through the shutter here, and Elmo just minces Yule playing his main. It's taken down by Hurts, but Rocky's going to find a frag in kind. Player advantage actually sort of going in favour of the Madmen here. Oh, nice arrow there by Soul, by Soul's medic rather, to keep him alive, but Arnold actually goes down there. I didn't see that because I'm rusty at casting, but that was to the Soul who got the arrow, I'm being told. So full Uber advantage here for Locke. Let's see. Great start to an Uber push.
Yeah, they're almost up on the supercharge. There was actually a really nice play there to force Locke about like 40 seconds ago to go on straight onto Locke. Really nice jump, and just got straight out, like hit his rockets, backed out, and got out to last. And they're going to Uber straight onto Riot, straight onto the Sentry, but Riot is close to hitting spam onto the Soldier, and they're breaking Riot, but they haven't got any kills. Heavy is on right, trying to deny any ground. Redcoat is going to die way too far forward in front of his team, and just gets spammed out. But it's 2 down for the side of Madmen they need for return frags. Arnold is going to go down, so now it's a 2v2. Enrith and a Heavy. No, sorry, Enrith versus a Heavy. Oh my god, Locke knows how much health they're on. He's just walking. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Locke, no, Rocky's up on the spawn.
Oh, that was such a ballsy play to break the goose egg. I can't believe that I just witnessed that. That was...
get the Neely in chat from Redcoat Zygote as well, that's pretty good.
Oh my god, my heart dropped. That's like the ballsiest thing I think I've ever seen a medic do. I know they're low health, and I hear a sandwich being eaten. Oh,
that was really funny. It's a shame that it didn't manage to pull off because like one more second on the resup from Rocky and he would have had that cap. But
give Pain Train to medic. Come on.
Give Pain Train to medic. That's what I really want from this update. I think. Oh, Alan, there's a player on the point. Soul's gonna die, Pain Train equipped, but again, they're so close on this cap time. Gio's gonna go down in kind to Enrith, but they're taking this top area again. The high ground are the Madmen. Hertz is going to go down to Riot. These aliases are tripping me up, and that's going to cue a reset. Arnold up on his Uber here, 40% advantage after that ballsy play by Locke, but if I'm the source, I'm in no hurry to use it here, especially with the round timing getting as low as it's getting.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really been like that aggressive with it. Yeah, they're just pretty content on parking this bus, because 10 minutes, like to get 5 rounds or 4 at least to tie it in 10 minutes is going to be pretty gosh darn difficult. And Hertz is actually on the left side, but Yule's going to go down, so it looks like he's a bit more passive. He's just holding back on ramp, and they know he's on sniper, so Gio's not stupid, he's just going to wait it out.
Yep, reset city here. Hertz up on the sniper, but I just can't help but feel they don't have time for this. I don't know if they see that they've only got 3 minutes left on the round timer before we're back at mid. Hertz is going to dome Elmo though, well played there. That's a pick. What are they going to do with it? Come on, Madmen. We need to see some signs of life here for you guys to get back into the game. They're going to Uber in through the shutter. Gio's going to shotgun down the sniper. Gio sort of... He's learned pocket from Rocky. He's running a shotgun. There you go. And just... Oh, Jesus Christ. They've just walked into the dregs of what was a relatively poor Madmen Uber there, have the source, and just minced them. That was a full wipe on the side of Madmen, and now they're going to miss out on a lot of forward spawns, and this will be at least mid and probably second off the back of this as well, I imagine.
She's just like so good. Like I don't even know what you do against that. Hertz is gonna win the 1v1 with Elmo. Elmo missing quite a few shots actually. Gio's up in lobby, trying to deal with probably Hertz. No, I don't think I know Hertz is behind. He's just kind of dancing around. And yeah, Gio's gonna walk right past him. So the backup is gonna be an annoying thing to play against, especially with the terrible health and the flank of Soul behind. And Arnold's just gonna walk straight into a Soul rocket. Yeah, he knew where Arnold was and he just walked straight into it. Now it's just Soul and Locke mid. Yule has spawned, but they're just kind of playing it back. They don't want to lose their meta here, I think.
Yep, Uber advantage in their hands. Going to be about 50%, 55% by the time Arnold spawns. They're sort of just reaffirming their position here on mid. Gio down very, very low and is going to be getting out of there. But I want to see them try and use this Uber advantage intimidation back to second, but Elmo has almost anticipated that. He's up on the sniper, going to be spotting those sightlines earlier, just as Madness managed to do earlier. Really, really high bump by Riot there. Is actually going to get one rocket onto Locke, but nothing's going to come of it. Yeah, and that is a free second. The sniper rock really coming into play there. Full Uber advantage for Locke. They need to go fast, and they're going to be using it straight in through under. Redcoat's going to jump away, and he's going to float. He's going to get reset up on a very low amount of HP, but that means there's no stickies on the point. But there is absolutely no point time being played at all here while Redcoat was out of the fight. And Elmo back up on his main again. He's going to start mowing some people down.
The health is so bad.
And Soul's going to get on the point with his map.
Oh, Elmo!
Oh my god! What?
No one left. That's ridiculous. There's no lock underneath to walk past the heavy or anything. It's just everyone dies.
Enrith. Oh, dude. There's been a few of those last pushes where Enrith's been the last one to die, and he has just put so much damage onto the field. It's actually obscene how much damage he's putting out. And I just can't help but feel sorry for him, because he's like, how much more does his team need him to do? They didn't realise that Redcoat was out of the fight there. Elmo's up on Spy, by the way. I don't know if that's an actual thing. Oh, what a loser. Checking mediguns. Only versions do that.
Sentry on the point, really far forward. The Uber isn't up, and it is actually even, so this is a pretty spooky push for Madmen. Arnold needs to get his Uber here. He's kind of going for crossbows. But he's going to come up on it regardless. Both soldiers have been traded. Yule's actually going down pretty low and lose this fight. Rocky's also really damaged on the point. They Ubered out. They've traded it out. Elmo is taking the brunt of this Uber. And they're going to start backing out at right with Redcoat kind of just pushing them back. But this guy's going to rush onto Redcoat, and this is the best chance they've had all game to get around. But if they don't get it here, this is the biggest choke of all time. And they do pull the round.
Classic Geo betting his team getting a resub, what a noob. But that's a very good last push there. And actually sort of coming out of an even Uber situation where they just managed to sort of brute force themselves some positioning there. But that is 4-1 with 5 minutes left. We're going to need to see a shutout even bigger than the Source did early on this match if Madmen are going to be able to get back into this map. As we're going to see Riot roll out through his own kitchen there, just sort of passively waiting for someone to fall into him. Neither team doing much at the moment. Hurts being a bit of an aggressor, but not taking a great deal of damage. High ground has been cemented for the Madmen, and Redcoat's going to get taken down very low, pushed out of this fight, and just the good passive spam. And I think Madmen have learned something here. They look like with the passive soldiers, they are going to be able to get this mid. Soul is going to find the frag onto Elmo just, though. Elmo unlucky not to get that frag. The Source are back out to second, and there is a pick in the favour of Madmen, so we will see what they want to do with this, and they're going to take it straight in. Early force onto Arnold, and Lock is not going to pop yet. Elmo is up on the field, and he has dropped his pocket, has Lock. Yule is down. Riot is going to go down as well, as is Soul. There's a schedule going on in second, and there's just so much disconnect for the Madmen right now. It's happening on all fronts, but who was that? That was Hurts that won the 1v1 with Rocky there. Well played, and Enrith putting out a fair bit of damage to bully the Source out of lobby. So we'll see what they try and do with this, and they're looking to really keep rolling this momentum. They've taken that position as they have done all game, but yeah, nothing's going to come of it, Grams, unfortunately.
Yeah, even Ubers, yet again, same situation as last round. They are on the offensive, so it's way better than the first half of the match, but they're walking it through left already. You're feeling really ballsy, and Redcoat's spam is just not connecting. Like, Redcoat's in a really awkward position there. Like, anyone walking through there should have just been absolutely minced, and it's working somehow for Madmen just getting this aggressive. Emlo is on the heavy on left side, taking a fight with Mad. He's going to win it, but he's going to be on such low health. The 3 players remaining on the point are going to be doing a good job of blocking any further aggression. You'll taking a 1v1 with Riot. He's going to get cleaned up by help from Elmo, who's going back on scout. And, these players could be a bit caught forward if they're unlucky, but they're looking to get out under, and they should be okay, hopefully. Although Riot could get straight onto block. Oh, he flops out with this game plan. That's a really nice play.
Yeah, that was well played there by Riot, and that last push was looking good for Madmen for a little while as well, but just towards the end, Yule became disconnected from his Enrith and his Lock, his medic and demo, so meaning that he was able to just sort of be isolated and frag there, queuing the push to be over. Soul's going to spam out a baby sentry there from Rocky, and Geo's going to get absolutely mulched here. Really, really poor pop there from, awkward pop rather, from Arnold, but, oh, okay, everyone just dies in the lobby. What?
Geo just took the Uber. Yeah, like they were on an Uber disadvantage there, and Geo just took the Uber forward and I basically slapped everyone. Said, "Why aren't you respecting my Uber ride? I am Geo. Be afraid."
Yeah, that's fair enough. He's going to take down Enrith as well. He's on a bit of a tear at the moment. Is the I-48 Pocket Extraordinaire? He's going to sort of dance around in lobby at the moment, but. Rocky's taking a 1v1 with Madness out on second, and he and Redcoat are going to actually find the frag on the Soul, funnily enough, but yeah, gonna be a reset here. Yule's on last, and Yule gets floated by Elmo back on his main. Bit of an interesting one going on here. Madmen sort of, I don't know, this looks like a little bit like desperation coming out from them. Lock's gonna die just completely stranded.
What?
There on second.
That was
Yeah, I think they're getting a little bit desperate here, and they're getting a little bit scrappy for it. It's going to be a very, very comfortable retake of second for the Source. That is, Elmo opting to stay on his main. I like that decision, and they're just going to hold here with a full Uber disadvantage. Soul's going to jump into multiple gamers, and that's going to go exactly how you think it'll go. As is Hurts, as is Yule, just Elmo doing a lot of damage to be fair, but it's not a weird blowout. I'm a grown-ass man, but yeah. Riot's gonna die. This is just sort of the blob that is Geo and his friends pushing into mid here with that full Uber advantage. Players dying all over the place for Madmen. Soul's actually in behind, but he's going to find Elmo, who has walked that heavy the entire way out. Lock's still on 10%, which he was like, I think 15 seconds ago. He's finally going to meet up with someone and start healing at last, but Arnold still has Uber, they still have heavy. If they push this coast to coast with a heavy and 1 Uber grabs, I don't know if I'm gonna be upset or really impressed, as Hurts is gonna be peeking from the forward spawn, but he's not gonna be able to get anything. He came very, very close to getting Arnold there for a while though, so they're gonna waddle in on under the Source, and Oh, that trap actually not getting dead. That's a shame. As Uber's going to come out, they're walking it straight into spawn. Redcoat's going to stick off the rotation. Really well played there and well anticipated by Redcoat. He's going to be able to get one frag and put out a lot of damage onto two. They just need to play the point now here, and it's basically a guaranteed round from the source with really nice rocket there by Geo and poor health on the Madmen. 5-1 with 50 seconds to play. I dare say, Gramps, that this will be the final score of map 1.
Nah, mate. I got this. Madmen come back. Just watch.
Yeah, dude. The ultimate TCM. It'll become the Madmen 5 rounds in 30 seconds. It'll happen. Yeah.
I'm just going off for middies. Oh, I've got 3 just in spawn. Wow.
That counts.
The control point is being captured.
Oh, dearie me. This is extremely dead time, as it will be 5-1 at the end of the first map. This one was the Source's pick, so I suppose you can say that this map has favoured them, but has it favoured them that much, Gramps? Sort of 5-1 being a generous final scoreline, considering what it was looking like for a little while there.
Yeah, I mean, what was it, like 4 rounds in under 10 minutes? And then
4 rounds in
finally,
under 10 minutes, yeah.
And then Madmen just kind of like showed up and stopped getting owned. But, it just was way too late.
They stopped getting owned, but they didn't go so far as to start winning convincingly. They did actually manage to scrap out 1 round, but that was after attempt, and it was sort of the least convincing looking opportunity from an outsider's perspective that they had to make a last push work, that they actually made it happen and got them the round in the end. As we are going to bring up the Logaroonies. Are you doing clicky logs? Are we doing clicky logs, Wiet? Oh, we're doing clicky logs, guys. Hell yeah. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to sort by kills because I know that Elmo's going to be at the top, and I don't think we can show it on clicky logs right here, but he has 80% accuracy, Grams.
80? Bloody hell.
Oh, we can show it apparently. I just don't know how.
We have... Oh no, we cannot show. Yeah, I don't know. Elmo just decided to start trigger botting and that and hitting 80%. That's brutal, man.
I mean, it's not too bad for someone who mains World of Warcraft these days, you know.
I don't know, man. Accuracy's a big deal in WoW.
That's true. A little bit different mechanically though, as we'll go through the rest of these gosh darn logs here. Rocky equaling his counterpart's frags with 26 kills, 21 assists, and 10 deaths. That's Rocky playing Rocky Pocket on Scout, I think, by the looks of things there, very much being the combo Scout and cleaning up very, very effectively. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing sort of a color thing going on here, guys, but it does seem to be that everyone on the Source outfragged everyone on Madmen, and honestly, having seen those first 4 rounds, it's not particularly surprising. I'm going to sort by deaths now. Sol and Yule well up there with a combined KD of, that is 19 to 52 grams. I can do arithmetic. Which isn't, yeah, that's not exactly a great day at the office. And yeah, it might be slightly telling, especially considering how ineffective we saw their bombs being early on in the map. Is there anything particularly standing out to you?
I don't know. Like, Sol just didn't seem to be super effective in most things. You can have really terrible log showings as Roma and still have good performances, but I don't think that can really be said for the Sol performance. He was kind of getting owned at every turn. Like, excuse my language, but Madmen kind of got bamboozled.
Oh, you didn't just break out the B word, did you? Yeah.
Hey, man. Gullywash could definitely go in a different way, though.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, especially being a map that so heavily favours the Roma and the Demo Man. Enrith being the god that he is, and Sol being a very clever gamer. I reckon that could be a map that they show up on. I want to just quickly flick back to the team stats though, as I want to show you the length of the rounds there, Grabs. The first round, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. 1 minute exactly, 2.5 minutes, and then a 16-minute round. Like, that's really, really one-sided looking, and it was a very one-sided map, but this is the Source's map pick. Oh, no, this is not the Source's map pick, this is Madmen's map pick, so we're going to have to see if they can get it together, really, because this is it for them. If they lose this one, they're going to be knocked down into the lower bracket to play the winner of Salt Free versus Vicious Delicious, which I think we all know will be Wigan.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, person who loses this out of here, folks, gets knocked down straight to hell and are never allowed to return.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. As a scout boy myself, I have no idea how this mid works as scout. It's always eluded me. Soldiers are just spooky as heck on this, and Demo has so much room to just pound. So Enrith could easily pull some pretty slick mids for Madden here if they play around him well.
Yeah, that said, Redcoat sort of we made mention of the fact earlier that he and Arnold aren't really on the considered to be on the same level as a lot of these players. A lot of these players being international standard players, I don't think would be a controversial statement. But I was impressed by Redcoat last map. He was sort of he was unspectacular on a team where he doesn't need to be spectacular. He was consistent and his sticky placement was really intelligent. So I reckon he can definitely have a good showing on this map, especially when supported by the team that he is. So it'll be interesting to see how he squares up against Enrith here.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. That's what I'm looking. I'm definitely going to be watching Enrith on these mids as well, because I think Enrith showing up here is like the make or break for Madman. Coming from that first map is going to be brutal.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It'll be interesting to see. Hey, I am just looking at pre-game classes, and I was getting very confused for a second because I thought something very, very controversial could be going on, but I don't think so. I think they're just sort of messing around with the pre-game classes. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Gullywash is a very much a known factor at this point. Mid to second stalemates are a thing because instead of 2.5 choke points, as is sort of standard with maps these days, it's the 2 choke points. Yeah, so...
Oh, wait. Did you tell me you don't know about the secret tunnel?
Is that the secret one in Elbow? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Where you can talk kill a medic as soldier?
Oh, never mind. You're not in the secret tunnel, don't worry about it.
Oh, wait, that secret tunnel. Yeah, I definitely know about the secret tunnel.
Yeah, alright.
I don't know about the secret tunnel. What's the secret tunnel? Is there a secret tunnel, or am I being baited?
If you come up as 5 heavies, and you all go to corners of... you go to the corners of the map, and all say moves at the same time, a secret trapdoor in mid opens. It's true.
Oh my god.
My friend Jimmy from primary school told me.
Oh dude, is that the same Jimmy whose uncle totally works at Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe Jimmy, I know Jimmy.
I don't know, you are very right about the choke points. It's pretty brutal to break out from mid, even if you win it. Like, if they keep the medic up, they can do a lot of things to make your life hell pushing into second without losing pretty much everyone in the team.
Yeah, yeah, just to get back, because it's the only interesting thing I can really say about Gullywash, because it's not a map that I particularly like. If you go into your elbow and you see where the elbow is, Gramps, like where the lamp is in elbow, above the, what's that thing called? The sort of trolley that you use for moving furniture and stuff? You see where I am?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go up there, you can actually sit on that ledge as soldier, and if you do the taunt kill, it'll actually explode up through the floor onto the battlement's second and kill things through the ceiling.
Yeah, I think I showed you that.
Did you show me that? Someone showed me that. I'm pretty sure
I was the...
Oh, you're the one that showed me that. Okay.
Xeno days, yeah.
Yeah,
we're already up already, so... enough silly talk.
Well, did you know there are ducks on this map?
Nice, man. The glove on one of the big doors.
Yeah.
I'll watch Enrith, though, because Enrith is already nailing his first rollout. Pretty much perfect. He's going to hit... With about the same time as Redcoat, a little bit early actually, and he's going to be denying any move from Arnold, who's going to go down to 70 health really early. Really nice C placements from Enrith, and now he's going to be pressuring Redcoat, who goes so low, 60 health. He's going to get a crossbow, but she's going to be able to sustain him for a little bit longer. But health is actually pretty bad for the source right now. Both scouts are under 80% mark, and Redcoat's going to be trying to pressure Salt back, who went up, dropped down to annoy people right, is going to lose a fight with him, and this is going to be disastrous. Arnold is probably dead here, and should just kill blind.
He actually gets the saw, gets the Uber, and then kill binds.
I was about to say that even if you, I don't know, kill bind there, it doesn't matter. Even if you get out with the Uber, it's not worth it. Just die.
Yeah,
but,
he is up on the second different spawn wave, and they're already in the last here. Are the Madmen? No heals on the field, full Uber advantage for the Madmen, and they are going to take down the Demo Man. They are going to get themselves onto that gosh darn control point. Really, a big blob of players there coming out from the source. These team names are awful. Getting onto the point, delaying the cap a really long time. Health wasn't great on Madmen, but they're going to close out that round really quickly. It could be interesting if we see a reverse of what happened last map, but yeah, we called it in pre-game, Gramps. Enrith is just, he's bending them over a little bit.
Definitely. Good way to put it. I don't know, same rollout exactly, and he actually loses speed to Redcat this time. Or at least Stickies is going to get Arnold down a little bit low as well. Good. I don't know, Enrith is just so good at the early Stickies. Now he's pushing over the point. The health is so bad for the source. They're all just standing there like waiting for their crossbow. He's going to lose a fight to Rocky. Then Elmo's going to be caught up in a fight with Hertz trying to break the flank. Rocky and Elmo being down is probably going to prompt either a get out or go in play straight away, but no, they're going to get rushed by a scout over the point, and I think they should be out by now. And
nice rocket there by Riot, baby Airshot as well.
Very dead here if someone aggro's big door, but it looks like they're just going to let him back up.
Yeah, he's getting escorted out in the safe arms of Geo there. Enrith really forward here, wanting to lock them out of lobby early, but the top rotation has come out from Geo and Rocky, and Medic, in fact. So we're going to see if they're able to contest second here. They actually do find the frag on the Soul. Enrith is going to get taken down as well, and Uber dropped there by Locke. Really well played there by Geo, just to get a lot of damage out onto the field really early. And they're rotating through Big Door here. The Source kind of be coming into mid. Yule with the height advantage, but with Soul and Enrith being down there, is really not much spam on the field at all for Source. So, no, for Madman, rather. These goddamn team names. There's a player behind on the back cap. That is Hertz, but he's going to get outstacked. So he's going to see what he can do behind, and we're going to see a reset at Choke here with a slight Uber advantage for Arnold, but I don't know if that's sort of a known one. I think that's just from building.
Customer's going to take a fight with Wiethoofd with Elmo. He's going to lose it. Elmo taking a buff and just walking around. But that could break at least a counter sack maybe from someone on the source. It looks like they're just going to... No, they're breaking up door. 4 plays big door here, pressuring out the prank pretty early. Enrith is in position to absolutely deny it though. Going to be backing up a little bit and knows there's a player behind him. They're probably going to be dealing with that. Because Elmo lives behind the other team, but he's going to get cleaned up. He's going to get... Yeah, I think it was Soul who got that play. That's just kind of be Badman's move.
Soul shot the ground in the general vicinity of Elmo and managed to pick up that frag. Riot's getting pressured down really aggressively at Big Door though. That was a really nice coordinated play there by Hertz and Soul in the Big Door area, and that's going to cue Enrith just sort of walking in saying, give me that goddamn Uber, I'm going to do damage with it. And he's actually going to jump Big Door, he's going to jump Rocky. That's really interesting. He's going to take down Rocky. That was so creative, I love that. Yule's going to find the frag onto Redcoat. Elmo's going to go down also to Yule. Geo's up into the choke point, but he's not going to be able to find the frag onto the Medic of Flock. But that was a great Uber. I love that. That was sick.
Yeah, I mean, interesting play. I don't know if it was the intended idea, but he made it work. Now this is right up on last. And Badman showing way more dominance on this map than the pretty sad showing they had on Snakewater.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit happier at the moment after that sad showing. Riot up on the NG, Elmo up on the class that he so dearly loves, the Heavy. And yeah, big Uber advantage here for Locke and for the Madmen. They're going to be sort of doodling around in lower at the moment. Let's see where they opt to take this Uber. I don't know where they're opting to take this Uber, Graves. Yeah, they've been a little bit indecisive.
The Arnold is on 70%, so they should hurry up. They're grouping too low, and they're getting stranded Geo, who's going to back it up immediately and not get killed. This is a really bad Uber, and they're going to be pretty much caught. Geo's just going to be raining down hell. But what the hell happened? That was a weird bug. Elmo is behind the point, but the health is bad, and the Uber is going to be probably in work in the favor as the health combined is under 100, and they're going to get cleaned up. That was pretty awkward.
It looked dire when Enrith was only really able to find the dispenser pick with the Uber, but they managed to get a lot of damage out onto the field. Rocky's pyro form wasn't good enough, but it's good to see that he's getting his practice in for that new update. I can respect that, and they're just able to sort of get their soldiers onto the high ground there, were Madmen, and win the fight post-Uber. Aggressive mid coming out here from the source, coming up their side, but Enrith is snugly tucked away in his own elbow, and he's going to be able to start putting out some damage now onto Geo and his opposite demo man of Redcoat. Redcoat's down so low under the point, Geo's going to get taken down, as is Riot and Rocky, just sort of putting the meat grinder up on the red side of mid there. Not a frag going for the source, actually, as Arnold and Elmo are well out. That's a bit of a bait. There goes Madness back to Cap, which is the name I haven't been saying much. I haven't really seen a lot of Madness, which is interesting for the international quality gamer. Enrith's going to get taken down very low there, and it's a very heads-up play there by Riot to come and clean up the frag, and Elmo and he combine onto Hertz, and Geo is going to find Sol. So that's 3 frags from an overextension into lobby there from the source. And no, from Madman, these goddamn team names! I haven't been around this season, please forgive me.
I feel like, I don't know, every time the source pick up anybody on Madmen, they just like collapse, and like it's like, oh, well, they lost one, let's kill everybody else who's in.
Sort of like dominoes, one falls, they're able to collect the rest really easily.
That's just a one sniper though. Even Ubers, so the sniper is an interesting play to go. Could be I don't know, there is a bit of room to annoy with a sniper guy.
Yeah, he's just sort of scoped up on the choke point right now. No one's really peeking him except unless he hits a nutty shot onto right. He's actually going to body shot Geo, so he is known at this point. He's going to rotate back around the big door and see what he can get done, but this will be a stalemate here. We'll see what the source opt to do to get things done here. Got a carpet of stickies for Geo to walk into that choke on top of. So yeah, let's see what they opt to do here. See if they can bait in the sniper kill, or if they're going to rotate down big door, which it looks like Riot and Elmo are going to try and do. Pressure down Sol, but they're going to be walking straight into that sniper sight line. Yeah, snooze fest. Welcome to Gullywash, everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. We could just be here for the next like 12 years. I've rationed my food. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting on Hertz to do something, or Hertz to get too aggressive and get cleaned up by like Riot or somebody. Might see some. He's forward like Elmo just rushes him. Elmo just I don't know, doesn't care. They're gonna break. Drop ball, and it just absolutely slaps Riot trying to enter through big door with a big trap. And now it looks like Madman are looking to open through choke, even with Sol going down, and you'll get dropped. Wow. Alright. This should be a re-aggress from the opposite side of the source, and then if there's just a switchblade ready to jump straight onto big door from choke, and Rocky's gonna get caught too far forward, and if he's gonna kill him with his ticket, be forwarding onto the remaining players. How are they winning this fight?
Like, Enrith rotating down and just getting beam, at this point it's nuts. Geo's going to take the solar Uber, and I'll come back to that in a second, but better Uber coming back out onto Enrith again. Hertz needs to be saved here, and that's a really, really good tab there by Locke. Heads up to keep his scout alive. They're going to be able to find the frag onto Geo, but Geo's actually going to trade it out with a low health Hertz post-Uber there. Riot's in a really good position here to get behind the medic, but he's possibly a little bit too slow, and he has been seen by yauch. Going to get taken down. Very nearly a good play there, but nearly ain't good enough. One thing I'm going to say for the Madmen is all of the work being done almost is being done by Enrith. Any work being done, Enrith is doing it. He is doing so much for their team right now. He's just the epicenter of everything they are doing. He's walking around everywhere, taking all the Ubers, pushing all the choke points, and he's doing so much damage. It's really, really good to see for the Madmen, and it has been proving to be effective for them. This map so far is almost just going to squeak out a lower.
Definitely. I mean, Hertz is down. I would be. Yep, from sniper. Like I was thinking, the even Ubers are on a little bit of a disadvantage, but they're not going to use it. And now it's just kind of. They're actually forward in lobby here. They're not looking to play back on last. Looks like they are looking for an opening to break back into second.
Yeah, just sort of a bit of a forward hold here, but Hertz is up on the sniper. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if you said that. I'm sorry. He's actually got the angle up into river here, so if they do continue to peek him with the forward hold, that could prove to be disastrous. As Geo's playing with fire right now, as the oh my lord, what?
Oh my god, Hertz just absolutely. Hertz just fucked Arnold, dude. That was ridiculous. And they're gonna be walking straight into last. The Uber has been popped out. That is ridiculous.
Holy shit!
Hertz is hitting
my
the hero
God.
shot. Yeah, I mean, if they beef this round, come on, don't.
Arnold's up on the pyro, dude. He's getting his practice in for the new update. Dude, he's gonna get the kill onto Enrith, and I think they might hold here. With the spawner of Riot coming up, Locke is walking onto the point, but Locke has actually managed to bully. Oh, who was that? Redcoat off the point. Redcoat just does not have the cojones to contest Locke on the point, and I'm going to say that they deserved that round after nearly completely screwing it up on that last push, but off the back of that Hertz shot, that's unbelievable, and they definitely deserved the round there. Well played, Madmen, and they're up 3-0 12 minutes into this second map.
What even, man? You really thought... Alright, Hertz dies. I'm speechless still. Riot's forward. He actually really does a lot of damage to Enrith, and now he's going to be trying to take this crossbow. They've got... Oh my god, Soul just walks straight in and kills Riot, and Rocky's going to go down to Yule, so this is just kind of been another dominant mid-flame Madman. Like, I don't know, this is a complete reverse. Like you said, it's not as dominant as the Source first half, but it's not far off.
I dare say it even might be, honestly, just considering the nature of Gully and how notoriously difficult every push is to make. This is like... For these two teams who don't have a total mismatch in just the baseline skill level, this is as much of a sort of one-sided affair as you're going to see in this match, really, and it's a weird reversal, honestly, so we'll see what happens here. They're up on a very comfortable lead at the moment, the Madmen. Arnold did get out of that mid, though, which is important to note. Hertz is up on the sniper, so I know where my cam's going.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Riot actually... Okay, so Riot's on sniper. I didn't think we saw Riot a little bit sniping on this stalemate at the last,
I don't think he did anything, though.
Riot is a spooky goddamn sniper.
Really?
He is very good at sniper, and I'm interested to see what he can pull out. I don't know. Fun fact, I had him in a high tower server.
There's Hertz.
Yeah, he mains this high
Geo.
tower server, and I get reports of him cheating every day from pubs.
That's actually two frags they're going to find. Sorry to cut you off with your Tales of High Tower adventures. He's going to go for another hero shot. He's going to get spammed down this time. Zeal's going to sack in as well. And they're going to get the force out here, and that's some good positioning there by Locke and Co to be able to back out there and hold on to their Uber. That was sort of very sloppy, though, by the Source to donate those two picks, the Geo pick to the sniper, and then Riot overextending with his sniper rifle in the river as well. And Enrith is just going to continue to just bend these people over and like gyrate his sticky bombs in their general direction. It's so effective. I don't know, they really need to stop sort of feeding him damage here and work it out, the Source. Actually, they're going to find two frags on the flank of Hertz and Soul in lobby, so that could slow down any potential pushes coming out here, despite the full Uber advantage, which is a shame, really. They're still holding that top area, and in comes Riot with a really nice bomb there, and does actually manage to get the force out with the damage onto Locke and Enrith. Riot's going to go down, Elmo's going to go down, and Rocky's going to go down, and Arnold's just not up on his Uber yet. It's just him and Redcoat. So if they play the point intelligently here, because there's no spawners coming up for the Source for a little while yet, they could be able to close out this round, and Redcoat goes down, as does Arnold. The spawns aren't even going to be able to come up in time. Well played there, and Gramps, it's happening. The reversal.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. If things go as they have been going, the Source are going to start not being bad now, and they're going to like get around, and nothing's going to happen for the next 15 minutes. So I'm looking forward to that, but they're already aggro onto Redcoat, and he's going to be backed up by his players. Way better mid so far from Source. They're already getting so much more aggression, denying any room for the Madmen players, or Enrith to do anything. Madness is going to clean up Riot, and I hope it's going to go down. It's sheer Riot, so kind of making it even though the health of the Madmen is absolutely abysmal. It's going to get out of choke with his medic, and going to be playing second. But I don't know, I think they maybe had a click where they're like, hey, Enrith is absolutely owning us. Let's get aggressive and not let him do that.
Yep, as Soul's behind, his flanks haven't been as effective as possibly we'd like them to be so far this map. He's going to waddle on in, he's going to miss and die. I mean, he gets one rocket off onto Arnold, and Arnold gets forced out by the potential of follow-up, but Hertz is going to go down here as well, so if I am Locke and I am a Madman right now, I'm going to be holding last here, I think. Riot's going to be bombing on in. He's going to bomb onto the Scout, actually. Interesting target selection. He's going to get pistoled down there by Madness in the end. He's actually he's been playing well this round. He's got a fair few cleanup frags to his name. But yeah, this could be very much shades of the previous map, Grams. We're going to see a big old blast stalemate now.
Yeah. I mean, Elmo says low getting out 2 kills by a soldier, but they're breaking it out with this supercharge. They want to get the force here, but Redcoat is so far forward. What the hell?
Okay.
And they're just going to clean up. That's so sloppy, man. They shouldn't be losing this place though. They know that they're at their disadvantage.
Yeah, and not even for a force. That was just a weird overextension there by the combo of the source, and like not one characteristic of a player like Geo, honestly. And so Madness and Elmo are going to be able to trade it out. Early pop there by Arnold. He's going to fly into the team very ambitiously, but a much later pop there from Locke. Rocky's going to get frag onto Yule. Riot is going to go down to Hertz. Rocky's going to get a frag onto Enrith there, just holding his ground on his own side of mid, and what should have been a much better push there for the Madmen ends up not being so, as they get overextended and cleaned up by the Rocky Scout. As we see some interesting things coming out in chat there. I don't know exactly what I missed, but I do believe this will be Madmen coming back to hold last.
Yeah, I don't know. Arnold just playing like ulti away, just like surfed. I don't know, like that was the risky. Like I don't know, surfing into them fine, but un-Ubering yourself to go for a saw on Enrith on like 80 health.
Oh, Hertz is going to dome Redcoat in the river though. He was up on that aggressive angle, so
I swear, like Hertz hits the smiley blind on the same frame he clicks for the headshot.
Oh my god, Hertz, stop! Dude!
Dude, you don't wake your neighbors, but I don't know, we've got... Man, this is just awkward, like, the source is just fucking... Well, my language is bad right now, but that was just really bad by the source. This map's just been a sad show.
Hertz is flexing, there's no doubt about it, and there's a bit of a collapse coming out from the source after that. Madness is going to get picked up as a straggler in the big door by the Redcoat Zygote man, who is going to be holding his mid. Full Uber advantage here for Locke, as my spectator thing is going to be very weird, but they are sort of looking to waddle this one in without using. Elmo's up behind, he's going to get taken down by Sol though. Again, very aggressive here by the source. They don't want to give this up without at least trying to get a frag or force out an Uber, and it worked well for them last time, but I think Geo is going to be in a little bit of trouble here, and he's just going to manage to squeak out at the same time as he gets the health back. So, really good mid-take there by the Madmen, not having to use, and they've still got that Elmo who's just come up on the spawner now, so they should be able to get some really early position on the spawn, on the second point here. Riot's bomb just a second too early to get a force out there. Unlucky for him. Health is bad on Madmen, but they've actually managed to find 2 frags, and this will be a free second as well, I imagine, and they've still got 2 picks to work with.
Yeah, we've got... This is so awkward. They're already last. They've only used Riot touching over on the sniper. Riot hasn't hit a shot so thus far, but I do promise Riot's a very spooky sniper when he wants to be, and they just walk in, and they force. Like, how are we gonna let that happen? Like, this is so slop, man.
Yeah, this is a very different looking source. That's their name. God damn. A very different looking saucy lineup to what we saw last map. Honestly, they just look uncomfortable here. Redcoat's got the forward stickies up at the moment, and Riot's sort of hiding on last doing righty things, but full Uber advantage in the hands of Locke, and Hertz has decided that sniping isn't quite enough yet. They're going to bust out the classic hard-loo I-46 mix-up Gullywash strategy. I'm keen to see this one. He's going to dish out a sandwich to his friend. He's going to come in post-Uber, I imagine, here, as they're going to Uber in through main onto Madness and Enrith. And here he comes. Hertz is going to take down Riot. Madness is going to get taken down by the shotgun of Rocky on the Pyro. But yeah, sort of not able to get much positioning. They do have the picks here on this last point, but there goes Sol. So even players, Yule's going to die as well to the combination of the Pyro and the Elmo. Elmo's going to get another one onto Enrith, really. He's just sort of turning on right now. Lock in this heavy, you're going to be getting out. Hertz is going to give Elmo a bit of a taste of his own medicine, and he's going to get on some Redcoat. Not really able to do much there, but except he did get his medic out, so that is fair enough, really. They're going to be pushing out a lobby here, are the source, but there's some aggressive sort of poking going on from Sol and Yule, who are both going to end up dying without forcing Arnold at the moment, so that's pretty sloppy by Madmen, and that is going to cue them giving up mid pretty easily, I imagine, with the Uber disadvantage. Oh, Ubers are even now. Hertz up on the sniper. It'll be interesting to see what they opt to do here. So Hertz is in the downstairs forward spawn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's tying. That's kind of sloppy, but Riot's fought him either might actually get caught if he's not back to his team, but his team are there now, and Enrith is already slaughtering the people gonna walk through. Riot's gonna die first. Raiders popped out and they haven't even touched Yule. Locke is gonna die right now. Not die, what am I talking about? He's gonna pop. It's two very different things, but they're gonna pop your and it does look like it's going the way of the Source. They've taken the second point, and yeah, it looks like it's working out.
Yeah, just sort of straight up better Uber trade there. They got off the damage before they managed to force out Locke, and meaning that the Madmen players... Yeah, they are going last. They didn't have the health there to contest second in Madmen, but they're going to be up on last now. Madness up on the heavy this time. We're going to see a roulette of off classes, and Elmo's just going to be able to get onto the point totally uncontested. Well played, Elmo, and we're going to see the 4-1 coming out. This is so similar to the last map, Grams. What's going on?
I don't know. If things go to tail, Madmen are going to pull out one round towards the end of this, and it's going to be this scoreline. But I don't know, really good idea there. I mean, like, it was a really awkward place to push, and most teams have taken the opportunity. But they need rounds. They're just going with whatever they can. The Scarecrow's bottom left is just trying to get a straight on the medic, and he just two-shots him. He should have been calmed. Arnold should have been able to back up and choke into safety there. But I guess maybe a miscommunication. The heals are down, so they're just going to be trying to get forward. Gio is going to kill at Yule, but the medic is going to go down. It's just Redcoat on lower who's going to be helplessly spamming pipes, and he's got a soul. Yeah, I mean, best he could get, really.
But I'm going to get on the call out mic right now. I'm going to call out Riot that mid. He was very, very quick onto mid, and he saw Hertz running from underneath the point. He actually chased him underneath the point and then counter jumped, like from underneath the point, saw him going up elbow while spamming him, counter jumped him up around the elbow, and then even after all that, Arnold still gets 2-shot, and then he misses 3 rocket air shots attempts and explodes. So I'm gonna call out Riot for that mid. It wasn't exactly inspired, and he's gonna get taken down to lower here. He's gonna shoot a shutter door. So
he heard you. He's in self-conscious now. He's just dying forward, but Hurt should die forward here as well. In a return frag, I think
but if they take this Uber in through main, they could be getting really nice Uber here. And yep, well played by Yule. Really heads up play there. They're gonna find the frag onto Geo as well. Nice Uber there from Yule, sort of doing his pocketing that he's known for. Elmo up on the heavy. Soul's going to get taken down on the point, and Madness is going to get taken down by the sticky bombs of Redcoat, who is down very, very low though, so they're going to be able to bait all those frags down onto the point. Locke's going to be able to clean up one of them, but Enrith wasn't able to stick himself up long enough onto the point to get the cap out, so that will be a reset on second for Madmen.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to be moving forward already. Players in choke here probably won't be giving this up without a fight, sort of, especially going up. It's going to make it a lot harder for Source to take it. There's a 1v1 happening from the scouts. Arnold just trying to leash heals onto Hertz, and Hertz is going to clean up. That was rocky. They're just backing up with Redcoat and Arnold into last, with Almo dying really far forward, and that's going to be a lot of room for them to be able to move forward as Hertz is running straight to the point.
Yeah, he's just managed to draw a lot of players down to the point. Arnold's going to get taken down by him. Actually, he's still alive somehow. He doesn't get killed by Redcoat. I thought Redcoat had the point stuck there. That's extremely impressive by Hertz. We've been talking about Enrith, but Hertz has just been turning up as well this map. This has been a really, really interesting showing here from Madmen. They're just really, really pounding with Locke not having died a great deal if he's got 3 dominations as well on the scoreboard.
Yeah. I don't know, this is interesting. With 2 players going ground straight away, Soul jumping straight onto their side to get onto Arnold. Arnold is going down solo, but he hasn't yet died. He finally gets cleaned up by Hertz. But it's the return of 3 players, and Locke is going to go down. This is going to be... Oh my god. Hertz this mid. He's going to win the fight with Rickard. Now it's just Almo versus... Almo does have the health ad. Almo should win this if he doesn't beef it. Almo does end up cleaving that mid, but might see some refights as they've got better spawns on the side of Madmen, and it looks like they're going straight to mid.
I don't know if you saw chat there, Grams, but that's Locke saying that that's his first death, and I believe him, honestly. That's very, very impressive. I don't know if it's true, but he has not died a lot. Elmo's going to cement his position up on the nipple there. He has asserted his dominance on that midpoint, and that will cue the back out from Madmen. It will be a bit of a reset here with Enrith sticking off the big door a little bit, but Yule in trouble, in sort of danger of getting overwhelmed at choke point there, but he actually manages to dish out so much damage before he dies. The Source trying to get really, really aggressive there and try and catch the Madmen napping, but they weren't able to do it. Redcoat's not watching his trap, but he is going to win the 1v1 with Elm, with Madness, but Enrith to sort of take some inspiration from Paulson in chat. I think Enrith is taking their mum out to a nice dinner right now. That's what it looks like to me.
I swear, man. And this is like, I just swear, and he must watch like Rick and Morty or something. He's just so goddamn good at TF2. He like, he just absolutely. So when Gio got forward in a second to try and take the point, he absolutely denied everyone from walking through choke at the same time to completely lock off Gio and make sure the frag was cleared. Then he not only killed Gio, he walked forward and just slapped everyone in his way. Like he's so goddamn good. And the scouts are gonna go with that. Scout and soldiers are gonna go. They're just losing players. Like this is just DM right now. It's 2 players up. It's gonna be Gio and Arnold versus the world.
But the world has
advantage.
been the world has been hindered by having to go back and cap the second control point. And Yule's going to die for it, so there's that. There you go. World versus capturing second. Capturing second comes out on top. Still a big Uber advantage here for Lock. So I'd like to see them try and take this in and get the and really stick the knife in and get the win difference win here. Get the momentum well back into their favor. Enrith's going to get taken down by Elmo though. Elmo doing some of that Elmo shit, for lack of a better word. But
it's going to last on 1 health, and he's gonna get cleaned up by Arnold, the only one who saw him. If Arnold didn't look behind him there, that could have been really detrimental to the round. Could have been us seeing the end of the map, but 3 minutes left. I would guess it's dead time, but they're gonna break it down straight in a second. Rocky's gonna rush straight onto Sol and 2-shot him. Gonna counter Uber and kill Redcoat immediately. I don't know if it was a bad decision by Arnold there, or Redcoat didn't call he was coming into the Uber. Some weird stuff happening. The forward in lobby and Unearth is just kind of Unearth and Scout are fighting. This is so weird. But somehow Madmen are going to come up on top slowly. Lights is walking straight to last, and it's just going to be Redcoat who is not moving. Okay.
There you go.
I don't know if Redcoat was. I don't know.
The chat BM from Hertz.
Oh, I just said yawn.
He's just dropped the yawn.
Alright, man.
And then Elmo
yawn all you
returns
want,
in time by must be tiring getting carried by Enrith. Oh, this third map's gonna kick off. Here we go. That's a 5-1 and then a 6-1 in the other direction within 2 maps. If they manage to exec the config, poor Prem teams, we will be able to get Hertz. And we'll be able to get logs. Did I say Hertz? Oh dear.
I don't even know. Arnold's just spy crabbing it whilst trying to get the exec done so we can end this suffering. Finally someone will... Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Alright, logs will be up on their way right now. I know what I'm expecting to see.
The Enrith Pound?
I'm expecting to see some Enrith Pound, and I see Enrith Pound. That's 12k damage, my guy.
Yeah, the standard 420 damage per minute. Okay, so he outdamaged the next person by well over 3,000, and Yule was just I don't know, man. There's just you just can't fight it. Redcoat just couldn't contest him on mids. They couldn't break through chokes without Enrith absolutely just smashing them. I don't know, man. There was just no chance, and pretty. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
no.
We're going to sort by some other ones. Yule putting out a lot of damage there as well. Good to see sort of him coming back after not the most ideal of last maps. So sort by kills there. Madness sort of... He's playing a very combo scout sort of role there. Hertz with 27 for 23, but Hertz obviously having that obscenely disgusting clutch factor that we saw throughout that map. Elmo top fragging for his team. No surprises at all there. Let's see if we can ascertain from these here logs what went wrong there, and there's one of them. That is 2 deaths to 14 deaths for the medic.
Jesus, that might be the worst. I don't think I've seen a worse comparison of deaths on a medic. That's so bad.
Lock went positive. Lock went 3 for 2.
Oh my goodness, that is brutal. He did get out DPM, so I'm kind of a noob there, but yeah, I don't know. There was just so much stuff. The soldiers were having a really hard time. Redcoat needed to be going huge on these mids tonight. Enrith just wasn't. Madness was a huge clean up off its damage. You can see Enrith, Madness dropping 31 frags, but not getting that much damage output. I feel like it was just sticking behind Enrith and just letting him cleave the kills off Enrith, pretty much not missing.
And just doing obscene amounts of damage. We're going to flick over to the gosh darn medic stats. That's what they're called. Not that many difference in the Ubers, considering how ridiculously different the medic stats were, but I think a lot of that's going to come down to Locke being able to walk his advantages a really long way and demanding a lot of respect, a lot of milking, and being able to get points for free. Geo's getting 38% heals, Gramps, and isn't that why they got rid of Rocky on Pocket?
I don't know, was he still running shotgun on this map? I wasn't
Yeah,
seeing
he was. I do believe he was.
No, he didn't. He was running gunboats, but
Oh, no, those are pyro shotguns, that's
yeah,
right.
his KD's pretty bad, but he's doing decent damage. Like, I don't know, how much was his damage taken? Yeah, I mean, he was doing more damage than he was taking, but yeah, he's just, I don't know. I didn't see a huge show up from either of the soldiers on the side of the source, and I don't know, they're pretty, like, I don't know. Madman didn't show up on Snakewater until the end, and I dare say Source just didn't show up at all. Like,
Riot certainly didn't. 10 for 28 with 178 DPM on a map that a Seagull famously once said is the best roamer map, and you have no excuse not to top damage on roamer on this map. So,
for real. I mean, everyone knows the Seagull was just the worst roamer to ever play ECA, though.
Definitely. I didn't rate that guy at all.
I don't know, and he's an Overwatch player, so you can't really take his opinion seriously. But, I don't know, process. Yeah, I think we're done with logs now. I think that process could go either way, because, I don't know.
I want to talk about that scrim, Grabs. You know the scrim.
Is this like the 11-0 scrim or whatever?
It was 11-1, but that was without Enrith. That was with Moop playing Demo Man and getting the most heals in the server and dying a lot as well. But that was an 11-1 still to the source against Madmen, so...
was this on process?
Yeah, it was on process.
Okay, so, yeah, I mean, what's with Moop, right? Moop can't hold a candle to Enrith. I'm just going to say that, like, there's no comparison of players, but Enrith, I don't know, it's the whole, like, there was a bit of banter in the chat after that match, almost saying it must be tiring getting carried by Enrith, and it's not far off base. Like, Enrith just, I don't know, I can't think of another player, an active player, that could have replaced Enrith there and done the same thing. Like,
outside of maybe like players playing this season, we're not counting the big fella in chat at all, but outside of maybe Yule, I think Enrith's the only one that could have done that. Yeah. That's
a very good call. I don't know. My last seasons I've forgotten Yule's Demo Man, although he is absolutely fantastic. I don't know how Yule and Enrith stack up together. I'd say they're about even.
Well, I think I remember seeing Yule demo maybe in an early version of this team. I could be wrong though, but I think he's a little bit rusty. But I doubt it'd take him much to get back into the. And I'd say like at their peaks they've both been pretty evenly matched. But Enrith just he's in really good touch at the moment. So
yeah,
this is a good demo map as well, Graham. So I'm going to put that out there. I love playing demo on this map, even though I'm a complete bin and it makes me look alright. So
yeah, you can do a lot. I think I saw an argument of TFTV about someone saying process was bad for Demo Man, and then just talking about like how Habib is really good at like denying any height for the players. Do we have Geo on Scout? No, he was just pre-ham Scout, I think. Yeah, we have the standard roster, no Geo Scout sadly. Should be an interesting roster to play with. But no off-class to mid or anything special like that. We just have this pretty standard stuff. Fast roll up by Sol to try and deny the pack, I think. No, he just goes bottom left. To try and get onto Redcoat earlier. Nice play, and he almost cleans him up. Redcoat could die here, but he takes a crossbow. The broken weapon saving the low health player. Scout's on 20 health, and he's hurt, and the health is terrible. They're walking forward over the point right now, but the Enrith, like I said, is doing a great job of denying soldiers to be able to aggress over height. Soldier, 1v1 in IT, I believe. He's going to lose. That is Sol and Elmo, and now that is going to be a source middle. Which is something we didn't really see much of on Gullywash.
Yeah, I think we only saw one mid go the way of the source on Gullywash. But even Uber's here, Enrith is looking to stick around. He's got some traps there on the choke, which are not going to be able to find anyone. But yeah, just that position. Once they've got that position, that high ground on the control point, and on that weird high groundy thing above lobby, you can't really contest second from there. So it will be a last hold. As we see the bind, just a little bit of silly bind spam coming out. Sol's going to get taken down as the Sacro. No, he's on defense. Why is he dying?
Yeah, that's really awkward. The Sentry is only level 2, I believe. Joe going all the way up top behind to kind of try and cause a bit of havoc. Sentry, they're just kind of spamming out. The Uber has come out full side of red. They're just kind of returning fire right now. Madness did go down, and so is Hurt, so this is definitely going in the way of the source, but the health is pretty awkward. Letting this happen, this should go the way if they can do this right. Yeah, the players are dead, and it's going to be the last going to the source.
Right, and Redcoat both absolutely pounded on that last push, right? Got into a really, really nice position, just tucked up above on the battlements above the combo of Madmen, and was really able to put out a lot of damage, whereas Redcoat Zygo just managed to defend himself for such a long time and ended up managing to like trade out for 2 frags, I think. So well played by him. So we're going to see Riot do the fast rollout, and he's going to steal Enrith's pack. No, he's going to steal his own Demo Man's pack, actually. You're going to see him re-aggressing. I'm going to go into third person now because I remember how to cast. Aggressive from Rocky and Redcoat, and they're both going to go taking down. Frag's going all over the place right now. Both teams have players all over the place. It's Geo versus 3, but Geo has a beam, so he doesn't have a beam. He does not have a beam anymore, and he's possibly going to get cut off here by Hertz, which would be the intelligent play, as Arnold misses the crossbow to save him, which has put Arnold in a bit of an awkward position, really, but he should be okay. Safe in the hands of his spawners here. But look what Hertz is doing. Look what Hertz is doing.
He still kills. He almost Riot actually missing his second round, but Riot was ready for it. And that will probably prompt a repush into middle because they've got the supercharge, and that is a liberty that Madmen do not have on their side.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so we'll see if they can actually manage to get something going. The Soul has been spotted out in the designated roamer spot, so he's not going to be in the business of getting a force, and he's actually going to get taken down by his opposing roamer of Riot there. No pressure coming onto Arnold whatsoever, so that's a bit of a soft give up of mid from old mates the Madmen, and they're going to be pushing it in through IT now. Source, I hate that team name, it just keeps tripping me up. Walking in through lower IT, and again, the pressure's nowhere to be seen. Locke's going to be up on his Zuba, but they've given up 2 points absolutely for free there, and I think that's a little bit soft, really, Drabs.
Yeah, they didn't want to contest it with that through charge, I guess. Hertz is up on the sniper again, though. Didn't really do much on the last hold, but... Oh. No, actually, no, yeah, he did an orderly pop onto Arnold, I believe, so that's something, but... oh my goodness. Geo and Redcoat going down pretty much in sync. He could get... Oh, Hertz doesn't hit the shot, so he's just watching choke from door 1. They took him back without having to get an Uber because Redcoat and Geo getting caught out there, and they're just losing more players. Okay,
well played by Madness in IT as well there, yeah.
That's kinda weird.
Yeah, and Hertz has actually managed to waddle into mid, still up on the sniper. Redcoat's only up on the spawner now for the demo man, so they want nothing at all to do with this midpoint. They need to be ever aware of that Hertz sniper. He's climbing up onto the high ground on top of the mid now, but this should just be a mid to second stalemate until we see Hertz popping some domes. But the way that he's been playing this map, it shouldn't be too long here, really. So we'll see what he's able to get done and what angle he chooses to take, because it looks like he's going to go through sewer.
Yep, I don't know, a good place to go. Right actually does get the early comm on it, so he should get the... Yeah, he doesn't have the liberty of getting out unspammed, but oh my god, Arnold almost hits a headshot. Arnold's just... Oh my god! This is so awkward. Arnold's in a really headshottable position, but he's going to start backing out, knowing that they're probably going to be prepared for him to start from sewers. Now he's moving to choke side, and he's going to get spammed. I don't know. Really spooky to see these sniper plays.
Yeah, and especially with the form Hertz has been in, he's been hitting some nutty shots, so he's rotated around to IC there and he's not going to be able to find any frags. So yeah, this will just be the sort of stalemate. Long sightlines, but like this is the pug map in Australia. Like other countries play Badlands a lot, we play Process, so everyone knows how to hold this. It's second nature, so they should be aware of how to shut down these sniper angles. So it'll be on Hertz to make something happen, as he's just sort of gone back up onto the high ground now, and we're just gonna see the stalemate continue and him try and headshot some dudes.
Yeah, so far left here, and Wright should be in position to that was a very questionable decision by Hertz. He knew Wright was there. He saw him open the door to spam, and he still goes forward for it. Now Enrith is going to absolutely just shoot the doorway. The Elmo method of Demoman working very well there. Now they're just going to return frags, Madness, Geo. Now they're Ubered, but they've Ubered both sides, and this is a really messy fight.
Yeah, Riot's going to be able to come into this post and see if he can get some high ground, but he opts not to, as the Uber for the Madmen lasts a little bit longer, and they should be able to get in through choke here if they choose to. With Geo down, that's a spam class and a lot of damage off the field there for the source, but it looks like they're just happy to reset on mid with Madness up on the sniper this time, Hertz spawning up on scout. Alright, if it works.
Yeah, I mean, Madness did snipe a bit on Snake, I believe, and I don't remember if he hit much, but I don't know. We can see. Well, hopefully, we see something like building up the Uber as well to keep this even. So I don't know. I think it's just we're playing the waiting game.
I love the waiting game. Gramps, what's your favorite color?
No, no. We can't. We're not going down that road ever again. Madness is just he's just picking choke. I know, Madness. Hertz's sniper is really creative with angles. Like he knows many that I haven't seen before.
Ooh, Hertz nearly gets in. He takes Arnold down to about 50 HP. They're just running in up through IT, totally uncontested, and just running into bats in front of 3 players. Ambitious play, but that's Hertz if nothing else. So we're going to see what they manage to do here. Both soldiers are going to be bombing into mid here. Riot's going to take down Madness, but Yule and Soul are going to find the frags onto Rocky and Riot. But the Uber is coming out from the side of the source, and it's a much better Uber. Oh my god, Rock is so good. That was such a huge milk in front of Geo. That was really, really well played there. He had Geo right in his face, and he was never going to pop. Really, really clutch play there, as he's going to ride his Scout Chariot back into mid, and he's engineered his team an Uber advantage. Well played there by Locke.
Yeah, so we're back in. I don't know. They didn't pop that Uber out, so this is really good for the position of Madman. He gets deep onto him. He's gonna hit not gonna hit the Floss. Locke's doing a really good job of holding these Ubers, but he's gonna drop to a combined sticky of Redcoat and a pistol from Rocky. He drops the Uber, and then Riot drops a question mark.
Oh, it's a shame. After all that milking, he doesn't manage to get to pop off the Uber in the end.
Such a weird.
Soul's going to be bombing in there. That's a really, really good bomb there by Soul. It's going to open up a lot of damage. Madness is going to be up on, able to get the cleanup frags as well. Elmo's sort of floating around behind, and while Elmo's floating around, he's always dangerous with his DM. Soul is still floating around to choke. Player advantage is in favour of the Madmen right now, but not once the spawns have come out onto the field. Soul's going to get taken down by Elmo. A little bit of a reset here. Rocky's dropping some things in chat, which those are family-friendly ones, weird if you want to show those ones, but they are entering in through choke here. Really, really nice rocket there by Yule, actually, to 9 Geo a lot. He's actually going to get taken down by Geo in the end, but he's going to trade out 2 frags, Elmo and Riot going down on the side of the source. Mantis is going to be barreling in through choke there, and he's just going to get minced by Geo, who's in the sewer, and I think that will sort of make things a little bit calm. That's it, Soul's in from IT. He's actually going to manage to get the demo man, but Geo jumps back to bail Arnold out there, who's in a bit of a sticky situation.
Geo backs out.
Really scrappy all over the place at the moment.
Geo backs out Yule and with the medic by himself there. They're backing it up. They know they're in the Uber disadvantage, and I think they don't want to risk getting popped on top of it. The cap isn't out yet, so I think this will probably be another second to mid stalemate.
But
thrilling.
Just scintillating stuff. As I will remind, is 10 minutes into this third map decider here. Winner goes straight to the grand final. Loser goes on to play the winner of the Vicious Delicious versus Salt Free Gaming in the semi-final. That match will be casted here on Thursday, the Vicious Delicious versus Salt Free Gaming one. Riot's going to be bombing into second here. He's in a very, very long way with the double jump, but I don't think he's going to be able to get anything off here, as he's finally going to get taken down by Madness. He lived for a weirdly long amount of time there, but whatever. He didn't get anything done. Hertz is going to be pushing up through this IT, but I think that's just going to be it, as he gets taken down quite low. That's going to be as close to a counter-sack as they get, 19 and a half minutes to go. The score is 1-0 in favour of the Source right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty slow since that first round came out, and I was just waiting for any openings. I think we might see a sack from Riot, or GS actually going far left sewers, seeing if he can get anything done, but it looks like he's backing up maybe to take heals. No, is Geo going for a bomb? I think he's entering. Are they just entering? Alright, okay. Dude's just checking out the situation, I think.
Riot's gonna bomb in again, but he can't find Locke. He was up on the bats area, but Locke again, low HP, but he was not interested in popping there, so I can respect that.
Locke is so hard to fort.
Yeah, he does not like to pop for a single player at all, and he's very good at surfing damage as well, is Locke. But that said, his Uber management we saw in the first map did end up costing them a bit, as Zenith's going to crater after walking over a carpet of stickies from Redcoat Zygote at the choke point. So that will cue the push out here imminently from the source, as Redcoat's just going to sort of waggle on into choke, but Yule has arrived, and Yule is inserting himself into that choke point. Rights in onto Locke, and that's a good force here by him. The Uber's going to be popped out by Arnold a little bit later, as I can't read names in HUD. There's a few players behind here for the Madmen. Hertz is a really, really long way behind, and Sol's going to get cleaned up, who was only a little bit behind. But I think, judging by the way Elmo's moving around there, no Hertz is here. Even Uber's, I'm not too sure about that. I think Arnold's popped was a little bit soft there, and it's a shame that they weren't able to capitalize on the Enrith pick. As Hertz is taking a fight with Riot by the looks of things, and they definitely know he's there now.
Yeah, he actually bounced him all the way into the health pack, and he's going to be able to just walk forward. They're just ignoring Hertz here. He's going to be going for the back out, which is probably the standard play you do. The players are dying in not great health or return frags just yet, so they're going to be backing up maybe to deal with Hertz. But Hertz is the master of just being annoying behind them, and he's just going to be kiting everyone around.
You could have ended that sentence somewhere else, and I don't think anyone would have batted an eye, but that's alright, I'm not talking shit, I'm a caster. Hertz is hiding on mid though, he's hiding on the crate, he's still being an absolute pest, and I kind of love it. He's gonna sort of like float around here. Geo's still looking for him. He is juking him so badly. I actually love this. He's just spinning around in circles. Riot can't see him either. This is fantastic. He's going to walk into the choke point, and he's finally just going to eat the meat of Elmo. But multiple players down. That's a couple of players down there for the Madmen. Pocket down of Yule as well. But Demo Man is down, and Geo's going to get taken down there by Sol. But the flank is really, really open for the source, and that has meant invited Riot straight in. He's not going to be able to get much done with his bomb, though. He just didn't have the ammo loaded to really make it count, unfortunately, because that was a good opportunity. But with 2 picks in hand and an Uber advantage, we will see the Madmen pushing in onto mid here. Yule does a fancy jump and dies immediately, so that should cue the contest from the source, with the spawner of Geo going to be arriving any moment now. But Redcoat's going to get saved by his medic there. He was taken down very low, and Locke is going to have a much better Uber here. But these sort of later pops from Locke, they haven't been able to capitalize on them too well so far this map. There's so little health over there on the combo of the source, and Arnold is going to get taken down, but Locke also goes down, as does Enrith, so there's frags being traded all over the place at the moment. Player and health advantage is in favour of the Madmen, as Yule's going to do the fast roll, and he's going to create a Geo, but Elmo with the cleanup kills, and that will be a wipe for Madmen as I sort of stumble through my words there. Sorry about that, Grams.
Alright, so I'm most probably just going to get the cabin, and very likely will try and pressure him with these heals. He is a confident player, and he's going to put a sticky down. So he's going to jump for a second, but Redcoat's in a really good position here, except he's going to get killed because the scout's right behind him, and he's getting way too aggressive. He trades for Enrith. But, I don't know, a trade is not what you want there. Redcoat has been dying so far forward, but they're already pushing this forward. Soldiers are aggressing right, is going to be backing up into choke, trying to get healed. The health is awkward on both sides, but Frag is going to go with the first wave of Madman Geo going down, and Arnold is in a really awkward position here, completely cut off from the rest of his team. He needed to sort of away from the soldier and escape, luckily though. I know Redcoat, man, I feel like Redcoat's having a really, is really awkward, having time, playing around his surroundings. Like, he kind of just tunnel visioned Enrith there. He did get the trade, but like, he just walked straight past lobby and got aggroed by the flank.
Yeah, because that's almost Redcoat of old. He used to be notorious for just tunneling things, but he's really improved under the tutelage of some of the good players on the Source, some of the better players, I should say, the Jasmine tier players. But I don't know, he looks uncomfortable. He might be frazzled after that last map because he certainly hasn't been playing to the caliber that he did on Snakewater, as he is going to force off the Uber there through sewer. Arnold's going to save his pocket in the choke there. That's a really poor Uber there from the Mad Men. Yule's going to get taken down, but they're going to try and reset a choke with Hertz behind. In other news, Water Wet, Grass Green, nice rockets there by Riot to take down Hertz actually in the IC area. Elmo's going to be poking in with Riot and Toe, and they could be in real danger of getting pinched here. Nice rocket by Sol, the midi, Riot, but it doesn't save his life, and they're going to get pinched. They got pinched, Grabs, I called it.
You're still in here on... Oh no, he's back... Oh no, he's jumping straight into Arnold. If Arnold dies here, Arnold's bad, but he isn't bad, so he survives. I don't know, right, just go on mining there. Yeah, I don't know, a really good position for the Source right now. This should be second if they play it correctly.
Capture the control point.
Yep, it should be. Elmo's up on Spy. Is he checking? I hope he's not. I hope he's not playing with my... Oh, goddamn. I hate Elmo. Press 1 in chat if you hate Elmo too. But unbelievable. I'm sick of being baited by that. But, even though there was no reason for him to go Spy there at all. But they're going to be walking it wide through sewer here, trying to avoid any of that spam to get the Force out. Enrith's got himself perched on the high ground here, and Yule is threatening to jump, and he's going to be able to bomb there onto Arnold. Nice pipe, actually, coming out from Redcoat, but he is going to go down eventually, is Yule, as is Soul. So I don't know if that's a little bit of a miscommunication, poor coordination, goodness me, from the Batman soldiers both dying there to that Uber, for that Uber Force, and they're not going to be up for a while.
So
Locke is
close to
getting
Uber.
very, very close to his Uber, but they need to be able to actually mount a defense on this last point and not play too passively. Uber's going to be popped out, and Hertz is going to just go forward with Madness and Enrith and so on. They're going to clean up the frags of the overextending combo. Gio's in on top though, actually. He's going to hit a very nice rocket. Rocky is hiding behind the pillar. He's been seen. He's going to go for the frag, but he's going to get shut down immediately by some extremely good DM there. Elmo's up on the sniper, but this should be a second recap and an Uber advantage in favour of Madmen. Those spawners will miss out on getting forward spawns. Rocky's actually going to get his spawn extended, so this should be a mid-push here coming in from Madmen, but Elmo is still up on the sniper. He's got that long angle on the choke.
And he craters. And he drops Locke, they're just walking straight in, and he could kill Elmo here.
Just going to body shot Enrith, but Enrith crouches out of the way. Well played there by Enrith. That saved his team mid, almost definitely. Showing that he can snipe as well. Not only can Hertz snipe, as... Yeah, off the back of that, they're going to be pushing up on the second here. Other Source. Reminder, we're only one round into this game still, with 11 minutes left on the clock. This is a big Uber advantage, though, for Arnold, and they're going to be knocking on the door of last here. Other Source. Engineer of Hertz up, Madness Sniper, those are the fat things that they have opted for. Enrith getting taken down very low here, trying to pressure forward in lobby with Yule. Yule needs to be careful here because he definitely cannot donate himself as a pick. That would be really bad, and as I say that, he does. So this could be very much around here as they're going to Uber it straight in through door 2. Redcoat's going to get dropped by the Madness Sniper, but Locke and Enrith are both going to go down. Sentry's going to be focused down now, and there's a lot of cap time going out, and they just managed to wiggle themselves out of range of the Sentry there. The combo players of the Source, and they're going to bring it up to 2-0 now with 11 minutes left on the clock, Grams.
I mean, definitely not beyond a comeback here, but alright, it's been so slow compared to the other maps of, like, what, 7 rounds each on both maps? 6, 7? Actually, way more aggression from right on this mid, straight on Soul up top, and he's going to deny a lot of height for the soldiers. Soul already just crossbow now, but the health is kind of evening out. The Source have a pretty low health flank, and they're going to be trying to get something done on the other side of the pack, but Gio should die here, and
Nice
he will get
shot,
cleaned
right?
up.
Yeah.
Heads does clean up, yeah, by a nice shot by Riot. The soldier forward is Soul, and he should die, and Elmo doing a really good job of just absolutely smacking Madness, but Madness going to take heals and walk back into him. That's a 3v4. Arnold should be long gone, but this is going to be really hard for trying to whack him with the sign. This is really
the bomb's
bad.
coming in though. Redcoat's going to get caught out here, and Arnold's going to be in real danger of getting forced. Gio's going to arrive on the scene in lobby in time, but the sort of delayed bomb from Yule and Enrith, I believe that was, catching them out on mid, catching him out on the retreat. Sorry, Redcoat and Arnold. That is Arnold. Lucky he didn't eat a lot of that damage that Redcoat ate. Good mid there from Madmen. Not really much else to say on that, as they are going to slowly eventually start capping it. Rocky's going to go down to an Enrith trap, and Elmo is sort of floating around in the icy area, and he's going to lose the 2v1 to Madness and Hertz there. So he's donated a couple of picks. They should be trying to get something done off this, should the Madmen, but they are still capping up on second. Both of those scouts are going to be spawning up very, very shortly, so that's a shame that they weren't really able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, they're bringing lobby already, and the Ubers mean that oh my god, Soul actually gets cleaned up far on the left, I believe, or door 1. Angie's going to pick up Hertz, so that's going to allow them hopefully to break into second, or at least send a counter stack through. Doesn't look like they're ready to back up straight away. Almost all the way behind, and he should just get straight into the medic here, and this is really good. He's gonna get called out though. Oh my god,
Gio!
Man, Gio just absolutely bringing them to Pound Town. Gio's also gonna actually miss his rocket onto Locke, which is a shame. Locke playing really well. He's doing that thing where you kind of awkwardly position yourself under where the soldier's bombing, and like make it so he has to do 360s to actually hit you.
Yeah.
Good play there.
Riot's lived for such a long time there. I know that's not where the action's happening, but he had no right to live there. He's still alive. He's going to get taken down by things going down in the lobby. There's a scout in the lobby there. Soul's, Hertz is going to finish off the back cap started by Soul there with the pain train on last. They just sort of managed to break into the lobby there, overwhelm the one player there, and despite Soul losing the 1v1 on last, Hertz was able to come in late and get the cleanup done. So well played there by Hertz. Questionable Uber trade, honestly, on second from the Source, and it's 2-1 with 8 minutes left to go. Soul's going to take the blue team pack, and he's going to get taken down very, very low after that. Riot's actually going to go down the opposition Roma very early, so early pick and paper of Madmen here as they are going to take down the Demo Man as well to an aggressive Hertz, and this should cue the retreat from Madmen. Soul with a huge spam rocket. Arnold's going to go down, and that is absolutely huge in the context of this game as they are down one round here, and Locke is still alive. They did not drop a frag in that mid, but how could they? They were barely in mid by the time that the Source were out. Elmo trying to do some cheeky whatnot in the sewer area there. Riot's going to bomb extremely high, but Locke with the good serve. I think I missed something.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's really awkward. This should be a return round, is that if they don't beef this last push with the full Uberad, Elmo is up on the sniper. You might be able to get something done, but Locke isn't an idiot and shouldn't just walk straight into a sniper sight line. Although I say that he did it last time, but they're going to walk straight through door one with the Uber charge. They lose Redcoat immediately, pretty much. Elmo up on the heavy on the right spawn door, trying to back them up. They're kind of still trying to play it up. They're finally getting players on the point, and the players are returning to try and get these soldiers dead, but that's going to be a wipe, and it's going to be Madman returning a round, and that's going to be a 2-2 with 7 minutes left on the clock.
I mean, if the only close map we're going to see is the Decider, I'm alright with that, Gramps. Really clinical last push there. Redcoat Zygo getting caught like in a known full Uber disadvantage. He got caught way too far forward there and got punished for it. So that's some possibly some sloppy demo play there. Soul's going to be rolling out fast again. He's going to steal the enemy pack. Riot is not going to be committing as hard this mid, and he's not going to get taken down early as a result of that. Gio's going to be counter jumping up onto the blue crate there. He's going to knock one of the soldiers away. Yule's going to get taken. Oh no, Yule does not get taken down. The crossbow ban that filth. Honestly, Riot's going to get taken down by Madness, and Yule's going to extend again really aggressively into choke, and the health on the combo of the Source is so poor, and Soul knows that he is on the hunt through IT. Let's see what he can get done here. He's going to get spammed and die. That's unfortunate. I like the idea there from Soul, but that's sort of been indicative of his series, really. He's had the right idea a lot of times, but he just hasn't had the... If he's blue balling me, I swear to God.
He's blue balling you, he's back on
soldier. Oh my God, I'm sick of this.
Oh, but he's still standing here. He might be hitting on something. I don't know if he's just typing or I don't know what, but he's not out of spawn door yet. Yeah, he's checking again, and I think he saw that Hertz might have been on sniper, so they should know to play around there.
Yeah, so it'll be a reset with the Hertz sniper sort of coming into play. He didn't have a great deal of success sniping earlier on this map, but obviously his Gullywash heroics have since been well documented, as he's going to just go down to a pipe to Redco. So that's a very sort of short-lived sniper play here. 5 minutes left on the clock. It is 2-2, so we'll see how risky either team is willing to play here, because a round at this point in the game could end up being costly in the grand scheme of things. Enrith is not letting them get anything done with that pick, though. He is pushing so much spam aggressively into the choke point and into the combo with the Source. So, well played there. I'm not even going to acknowledge that Riot's just switched to Spy, because I know he's blue balling me this time. Hertz back up on the sniper straight away after he spawns, so that will be their play of choice, the Madmen opting not for a sack or anything like that, so we'll see what he's able to get done. But Arnold tucked away up on bats very, very safely. Nobody is going to be peeking that Hertz sniper. I think they've anticipated it.
Yeah, they also went, I don't know, Riot's back on sniper, so this could be interesting. We've not seen a sniper for a little bit of it, but Riot's in a much better position, but he looks away at the last second and Riot's going to dome him up on top. Now Riot's had a bit of room to breathe, and I'm interested to see if he can hit his shots.
I'm going to get into an argument with Chad about the crossbow. Elmo's going to sacrifice in and he's going to die. Riot's up on the sniper.
I'll let you argue. They're breaking through for it. They're breaking through, so player by player, but they're kind of backing it up. Hertz up on Spy. It's happening. It's happening, Yauch.
Is he left the spawn? Has he
He's
actually
left spawn?
Yes!
He's out of spawn. We've done it, boys. We've made first steps on the moon. But Elmo is checking for it, so a bit of a fun denial there. so they should be aware of that Hertz is up on Spy, and yeah, they are looking around, they're watching their butts, and they know that he is skulking around somewhere.
Yeah, and they're spinning around. I think they are well aware of it. Where is he there? Yeah, no, he's been seen immediately by Geo, though. He's just going to go for... I think that was ambi headshots. I don't have view models on. But yeah, that was a known factor. It's a shame that all this sort of wussy spy play with the checking. Good force there by Geo, actually. As I'm going to cut myself off there. Really, really nice play. Gets caught up against the wall. So that is going to be a good force. Arnold is going to put much later, and they need to get out of there, do the madman. Yul, who got the force, is going to be going down as expected. Redcoat's going to extend a long way forward.
What is he doing?
He's going to die. He jumped a long way forward, and he was just nowhere to be seen. Nice surf there by Arnold to lift the bomb from Sol up onto the pack and then away into IT. Into Sewer, rather. That was really, really well played there by Arnold, that was. But the frags are still in favour of Madmen here, and they're looking to try and push it in through the choke point with the demo pick advantage that they have. But Geo is holding close, and he's got his heal beam, and he's able to sort of deny them that choke point. Really, really well played there by Geo, as Elmo's going to win a 1v1 with Hertz. We're just going to see a reset on second here. Elmo's going to go down to Madness as a bit of a counter-sack. Yul tries to do a bit of a jumpy thing, but it's not going to go down. He's going to get taken down very low, but actually it's Geo that gets taken down by a combination of Yul and Enrith spam. That's a lot of damage off the field and a lot of choke point watching off the field for the Source, and yeah, they're going to be moseying on through with this full Uber in tow, and they're going to be looking to spam the Source out of it, giving them a really good position with 2 minutes left to play, and scores tied at 2-all.
Yeah, we got 6 up, we got Rocky on NG right, we've got like the setup. I think they are playing for a golden cap, because they've got 2 minutes left to push from coast to coast, and I don't know, this could easily be a Madman map, because it's looking bleak for the Source pulling any more rounds.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hertz is insane!
What? Alright, that is really bad. This is really...
He killed Elmo, what?
Okay. Okay.
Hertz is so goddamn good. That's unbelievable, as they're going to be Ubering in here through door 1. Locke is not going to pop. He's going to milk this for all that it's worth and give this team every bit of opportunity. That was huge by Hertz. They're going to be able to take down all the frags here. Just Geo left up on the field. He's going to get possibly air shot. No, they miss it. He's going to get peppered down by the scattergun spray. And that is 3-2 to the Madmen, who got absolutely mulched on the first map, need I remind you, with 1.5 minutes left to play. They have taken the lead on this deciding map of the upper page playoff. 3-2 with 1 minute left to play, Grams.
They can win this. They just need to play really well in this mid, and I don't know, Madmen aren't going to be giving this up easily. They're playing super passive. I think they might just be setting up... They late or are they setting up... No, yeah, they're just a bit late. They need to be getting aggressive and win this mid straight away. Enrith is forward on the point doing all its damage. This isn't going well. Enrith dies early, actually. Enrith is doing a lot more damage this time. Redcoat and Rocky are going to down, and Arnold's going to down. This is not looking good for what they need. There's 2 players up. This is going to be a map to Madmen.
This is GG. This could well be GG, but that said, Elmo is still up on very good health, as is... No, they're actually going to get taken down by the combination of the Yul spam, Sol, and Hertz. Hertz dropping the noob and the taunt, Yul with the GG. That is unbelievable. Hertz leaves the game because he knows they've won. I do not believe what I'm seeing, Grabs. The Madmen going at... winning on the 3rd deciding map, going through to the grand final, winning that upper page playoff after getting absolutely bastardized on the first map of Snakewater. I can't believe that comeback. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It was Source all the way, then it was Madmen all the way, and then they kind of mixed together and we got a really good last map, but Madmen taking... I don't know, man. That was really... I missed that. Did Hertz just go far left and nobody on the flank, like,
I clicked onto his cam when he was, like, clipping inside Arnold. He 2-shot the pocket and then forced Arnold and then went around, then lived after he forced Arnold and then killed Elmo. So,
jeez, man. I don't know what to say. That one, I don't know, like... Hertz, yes, huge for doing that, but I think it's really sloppy that they let him get to that position, you know? Like, how did that happen?
I honestly don't know. Wiethoofd to be able to tell us, because I'm sure he was on the cam, but yeah.
No, okay, never mind.
Yeah, if you want to do logs, Gramps, I'm going to see if you can hunt down some interviews. But
That's a good idea. Get these logs up on my screen. Alright, first things first, let's look at the damage stats. Oh, Enrith at the top of the scoreboard for damage, that's no big surprise, but it's not as big as a gap as it was last time. But the one thing that I'm noticing is, I'm noticing is the red coat, again, like, damage is a pretty big difference. It's about, what is that, like 50 per minute, 60 per minute, give or take, in a difference towards Enrith, and he's also going negative. Redcoat's been dying forward in really awkward positions pretty much the entire game, and it was really, I don't know, man, it was really bad for the Source, making repushes and stuff like that. Madness actually doing a decent job, top of the scoreboard for frag, getting a lot of work done on cleanup. Like I said, he's not on top of damage again, but he's doing a really good job following up on Enrith's damage, kind of playing the style he does with Paulson, just like wait for Paulson to do damage and just rush low health targets, the classic cleanup scout role. Soul actually coming into his own a bit this map. He was doing a lot more, I think, on those fights than the other maps, maybe more comfortable on process than others. And Rocky having a super hard time on that map. Although it was pretty stalematey, he went 8 to 14 and only got 160 TPM. So, having a bit of a tough time that map. But at least the medic deaths did stabilize, as we've got 7 to 8 with Arnold and Locke. Arnold dying one less time than Locke this time, opposed to, 2 to 14?
Oh, something like that, yeah, something really a little bit sad. I've realised I'm probably not the gamer to try and find interviews, since I only have 2 members of the Madmen added. Gramps, if you want to see if you can hunt anyone down, because they are not responding to me at the moment, so...
I don't think I have any of them added. We might... I mean, who's on their roster? It's like... Hurts, Doge...
Bust Madness and Bust Yule, Enrith, sorry, but yep, no, I suppose with that we'll call it there, since no gamers particularly want to be interviewed after that. In one of the strangest best of threes I think I've ever seen in this ozfortress Season 20 upper page playoff for the Prem Division, the Madmen go through by a score of 2-1 to the grand final with the Source, the a sort of a weird, bizarre Frankenstein's monster of Victoria Riot and Jasmine T going on to face the victor of Salt Free Gaming versus Vicious Delicious, which will be covered here on TF Live on Thursday, guys. So stay tuned and make sure you see it. But yes, Grams?
Wait, when was the last... So, just quickly before we end this up, when was the last time a second-seeded team won ozfortress?
I couldn't tell you.
Were
Jasmine second seeded?
Yeah, were Jasmine behind Ego? That's the only time I can remember. If they were behind Ego, that was the last time.
But even then, I don't actually think they were. So yeah,
I don't know, man. This could be a pretty big upset. Like it's been a very long time since a second seeded team have been this close and actually pulling maps and winning matches against the other team. So this is a really exciting season to witness.
Yeah, exactly. Where we've actually got it looking like we don't know who's going to win. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a cracker. As Paulson does confirm that they were first seed in season 15. So in chat. But yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone. This is going to be a really, really interesting one. And the match on Thursday, Vicious Delicious versus Salt Free Gaming, the lower page playoff. It'll certainly be a spectacle, Grams. That's for sure. But yeah.
Enough.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch you again on Thursday.